All right, let's go. See the headline right there? And I'm going to start with this. Okay, give a shout out to Big Money Sean, who broke this story to me a couple of hours ago. Give a shout out to the great Platinum Elite, who's been doing this story for a good over 3 hours now. My personal opinion, to be honest with you folks, where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. Why all of a sudden today, of all the days, that this man pays 18 of the 20 of the 24 people supposedly involved? Should have did this months ago when Miami wanted to trade for you. But you wanted to be so gung-ho to prove yourself innocent. Nigga, look. What's up, Toya? Nigga, look. If you were so innocent, bro, you would have held out again. But you paying these women off, this goes to show me that, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. What is saddened to me about this, with this Watson ordeal, is this is a young man that, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, he was really beginning to be the voice of the leak. As crazy as this may sound. You know what I'm saying? Until this came out, this man had an impeccable, and I mean an impeccable, reputation. See Peanut Butter Heroes in here. Toya seems like she's on the phone. Give a shout out to my man, Peanut Butter Hero, in a second. Peanut Butter, communicate with me through the chat. What you think of Watson, bro? What happened late this afternoon? Let me know how you feel about that. Very disappointed in Deshaun Watson this evening. Also, and I'm going to give my brother credit for this. Okay? I'm going to give my brother Platinum Elite credit. In one of his speeches, said that the organization, I only knew about this, I knew that part, but they all whispered that, to me, the main culprit in all this, besides Watson, is definitely our good friend and yours, the great Jack Easterby. I will kill him in a little bit. Trust me. His is coming tonight. Peanut Butter Hero goes, those women should be paying him if he's the real prize. You make a good point, bro. You make an excellent point, my brother. Oh man, Peanut Butter Hero in the building. Toya in the building. She's on the phone. I want to get her perspective. I'm gonna have her come up here in a little bit. Talk about whenever she's finished doing what she's doing. Love you, Toya. I think he has no game. He is in the NFL. Women are supposed to be throwing themselves at him, not the other way around. Totally agree with that. See, I'm not going to be ashamed to say what I'm about to say, but I've said in here before. I'm not a guy really experienced with women, okay? And I'm not hiding it. I'm not gay, anything like that. So don't think that way about me, please, 'cause I'm not. My obesity had a lot to do with why I never got involved in women until I lost my weight 11 years ago. Uh, I used to hear stories, and this is what Watson's in trouble with, folks. It's not sexual, like in the bedroom. It's alleged that he groped over 68 women. And I kept saying that this young man could lose his career for groping women. And I got a lot of pushback for that. I'm one of these guys that if I didn't do anything in my life when it comes to dealing with women, never going to nightclubs, how the hell do I know about the groping part? But I'll tell you one thing, and I don't let this out too much. There was a young woman, a little younger than me, that I was seriously interested in. And every time I would want to say hello to her behind her, she would say, don't get near me. I mean, she was cool with me, but she didn't want me to be behind her because she was that fine with that. She had the total package. Well, anyway, to get to the point, a friend of mine back then told me that groping is all over the place. Tampa Supreme in the building. Go subscribe to him. And I was taken aback by it. Tampa says, don't believe none of those women. I'm not going to use the H word, not now. Women are known for lying on men. That is true. That's true. I'm not going to deny that. But the point I'm making is I don't have no experience. But I still don't think groping a woman, I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, groping a woman is as bad as the other word. Of course, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm about to say right now, Peanut Butter Hero. Of course, they wasn't the best looking. Look at the ethnic background. There wasn't a white woman in this mix. So white women were not involved in this situation. It was just, and two black women only. The problem was one of the sisters blew the whistle on him a couple of weeks ago. That's when this exploded. A sister didn't like that Watson was very arrogant on an HBO feature with Brian Gumbo about this. And she said, this nigga got $230 million. F that. I'm blowing the whistle on this nigga. I'd be damned if this nigga put the kibosh on me. And that's typical black women in America for you. That's what they would do to bring the brother down to his knees. His taste is off because he's not used to dealing with women. Now, why you think he went for the nail stylist? Who are your nail stylists in big cities like Houston, Atlanta, New York? Who's that? Who are the nail stylists? Okay, who's the massagers? Okay. Well, a woman did that to you, really? Wow, interesting. A vanilla queen is one who groped me. Bro, you should have filed police charges on that woman. I would have. If some woman would have groped me, I would have called the cops right away. If some woman groped me, it's like the same thing. One thing about me in the complex where I used to live in, is they used to have parties every weekend outside in the courtyard. Where I used to live, and the noise used to disturb me from getting sleep in the summertime, and I would call the police and have them break it up. I said a couple years ago that if two women were twerking in front of me, I swear to God, I'll call the police on them for indecent exposure. Excuse me. This is the first time I've said it out loud. It's very emotional for me. Yeah, because you was a victim of being groped. I can understand that. I can relate to those victims. Yeah, it's eerie when women are feeling on you. I think for a man, it's very uncomfortable. I can tell you that. I mean, my lord, some woman grabbing me. I'll probably freak out. Let me do something. I'm in here. So Deshaun Watson pays off 20 of the 24 women. Nobody knows the amount per woman. He can afford it. God, he can. But again, I'm gonna kill Easter B in a little bit. I'll get to him. Um, but again, I just don't understand it. The reason why he did it, Third Ward, is two things. Number one, the word is he's going to get a year's suspension. And the Browns are going to pay him his money except for $1 million. That's right. You heard that right. $1 million. That's the only thing that's going to be against the cap for his salary this year. He'll get his money this year, even if he's not playing. And he wants to get the suspension out of the way next year. A year from now, this shit would be completely over. And he can go back to his life playing pro football. I think it's a shame because again, Peanut Butter Hero is a victim of being groped by women. I just said myself, I wouldn't know what to do if some woman groped me. Okay, I would be very upset about it. I could tell you that. I don't like people touching me, especially women. That said, now you have to look at the reverse. I don't know if he's going to salvage his career. He's going to lose his fame. Unless the only way he doesn't lose his fame if he carries Cleveland to a Super Bowl. He does that. Trust me, the NFL marketing machine will make all of this go away. All of this will go away if he wins a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. It'll go away like it never happened. And then the guys who supported Watson will be going gung-ho and wanting to know the names of the women. Okay. I can relate to the victims. Yeah. It's sad, isn't it? That this man, Deshaun Watson, had a whole group of brothers supporting him around the world, and he let us all down tonight. And then you have to look at the women's side. 18 of the 22 at the time wanted to settle back in October. That was 8 months ago. He had his pride, he had his ego. Those women were smart. They held out. Now they're going to get more money because he didn't have the $230 million guarantee back in October. He has it now. So these women will be heavily compensated. And he better be glad that the other, let me see, 24, that the other 44 women, according to the New York Times, they didn't come out. Because if they would have came out, this man might as well give his whole first year's salary to the women. Okay? So the bottom line is this. Tony Busby wins. I keep telling these goddamn fools about how pathetic Rusty Harden is. Okay? Busby wins this big time. He's going to get 20 women paid. He's going to get 4 more women paid at the end of the day. And Deshaun has this look of pity as he does right there. See that look in the thumbnail of Deshaun Watson? That's him right now. Right now, he's ruined. He's toxic. Okay? Toya's upset, I think. Oh, she's laughing. She's smiling. Okay, Toya. Toya got the archangel around on the emoji head. She's smiling about this. Yeah, the women win. They win. It's over. I don't want to hear guys coming in going, oh, he didn't do it. No, he did it. Because if he didn't do it, he would still be on his goddamn pride saying, I ain't paying nobody. Instead, he's going to take the year suspension, get paid, except for $1 million of his salary. I believe 5 years, see, 20, 4. He'll get $45 million this year. And he'll lose $1 million this year while sitting at home in Georgia. That means he would miss 2 whole years of football. That's not good. I'm telling you that right now, folks. 2 years without any contact, anybody hitting you, throwing the football deep. I wonder what he does this whole year. Can't be in the arena, can't be in the sidelines with his teammates. He can't even work out at the facility. So it's a big win for Tony Busby, big win for the women and the Me Too movement. I know a lot of black women was killing him in another platform this evening that was killing Watson and black men. And when I told these women that there was no white women involved, they were very disappointed. But in another way, they were happy that there were no white women involved. And I told the ladies only 2 of these women were black. So, the women don't really care. They look at Watson as a loser, what black men are all about. And I hate to say this, but this is the image that America and especially black women have of black men. Is Deshaun Watson looking exactly like this? This is a big hit for black men. Okay, I don't want to hear these niggas telling me or talking about, oh, he do it. No, not Deshaun. Bullshit, niggas. Get it. Get it. Okay? Get it. I'll kill the delusional Laker fan and ESPN and NBA channel who are making up delusional trade dreams. I hate to say this to you, NBA, ESPN, more teams than the Lakers in sport. And I'll say it again, PJ Tucker's looking at Philly. Hey, PJ, I wouldn't go there. You're not going to win with James Harden, bro. You're going to be pissed off just like you are in Miami right now when you gave the Heat the middle finger yesterday. You better go to Denver. You better go to Memphis. Memphis is going to be on the move. They got picks 23 and 29. They're looking to move up or package that and 1 or 2 of their young players to get a big-time player to join Ja. That's going to be interesting. Bradley Beal on Friday said he made his decision what he's going to do. Stephen A. Smith ripped the a-hole in him today, calling him basically, read between the lines, a guy that just enjoys playing basketball, Ken Griffey Jr. with baseball, and enjoying the nice money that he makes year to year. I don't know Bradley that well. I heard he's a pretty good player. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta ready to blow up the team, unlike Utah, who I hate teams when they put shit out there and then they don't go through with it. Atlanta is trying to trade everyone they can trade except Trae Young. You got John Collins going to Portland, John Collins going to Indiana, John Collins going to the Knicks. Let me say something about the Clippers. Okay. If I hear one more time that the Clippers have the best roster in the NBA, I'm gonna puke. Okay. The Clippers are the Clippers, folks. Now I'm gonna give them a chance to win it all this year. But right now, Bleacher Report, Las Vegas got it correct. Golden State 1, Milwaukee 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if PJ goes back to Milwaukee. Memphis 3, Boston 4, Denver 5. I would switch Boston and Denver myself. Matter of fact, I would switch Denver and Memphis. I am very high on Denver. And look for Denver to do a move to. But Watson's the story tonight. I would like to hear Toya's views on it. Hear a woman's perspective. But that man's the story. The draft is Thursday night. I'll show you a little how the thumbnail looks for it. And I'm looking forward to that. But tonight, I'm only talking Watson. I don't care about the NBA. Thursday night, you could talk the NBA in here. I'm off tomorrow, Thursday. You could talk NBA because it's gonna be the draft. It's gonna be a big draft. Me and Tack will be on all night. I do not want to hear about the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay? Do not want to hear about them. Now, last year you had to talk about it because they got Westbrook on draft night. That had to be talked about, and I gave the Lakers a lot of props. But then when I saw who they were bringing in, I said, this is going to be it. Now, you know, the white media, they all writing in office excuses, injuries, this, that. The latest rumor for Los Angeles is Davis straight up for Kyrie Irving. I wouldn't make that deal if I'm Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn is going to get rid of both guys, by the way. Like Utah, going to get rid of both Gobert and Mitchell. I see Brooklyn getting rid of both Kyrie and KD. I see that happening. I really do. Denver ain't nothing but hype. Don't fall for nah. Denver's real deal, bro. They got their two guns back. They'll be healthy. They will be my team to beat in the NBA this year coming up. Denver will be my favorite. I want to see what Milwaukee does. Memphis is going to be right there with Denver and Golden State. And let me tell you people this right now. All you Warrior haters, like Laker fans, the Warriors are the team in the West now. They have owned this decade. They have now Western supremacy in their hip pocket. They're California finest, folks. And for the Lakers, hey, look, your team is old. You can try and get this guy, that guy, all you want. Remember, Kyrie, this is year 2011. This is year 13 for Kyrie coming up. Fred Ward doesn't like Denver. I love Denver in the West next year. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Bring Kyrie in to reunite with LeBron. See, this is the problem for Los Angeles. This is where they lose, in my opinion. Instead of going for Kyrie Irving, they should be going for the guard in Cleveland who gets hurt a lot. I forgot the kid's name. Okay, not Garland. The guy who they drafted before Garland, the year or two before. They should be going for guys like that. They should be looking at the Knicks, who will gladly take Anthony Davis off their hands, or guys like Quickly and Toppin. Toppin and that 11th pick. That's what I'll be doing. I'm trying to tell you, when the Denver Nuggets get booted out the first round, they won't get booted out. They're going to be healthy. Oh, you could put them neck to neck, both of them. I mean, Bleacher Report to me got it right. Those 5 teams are right now the best 5 teams in the NBA. I would agree with that. Just to think about the Nuggets only won 1 game against the Warriors. Yeah, because they didn't have their 2 guys. Come on, Fred Ward. You didn't have your 2. He didn't have his 2 wingmen all year. Come on. Let's see Denver now with a healthy Michael Porter Jr. and a healthy Jamal Murray. Okay. Yeah, Denver's better. You know why? Because if Denver's as good as I think, Nikola Jokic would join an exclusive NBA club. Kareem, Wilt, Russell, and Bird are the only 4 players in the history of the sport to win 3 MVPs in a row. If Denver's as good as I think they will, Jokic will unanimously win his 3rd MVP in a row. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. The NBA is going in a different direction. I think this year's draft will tell you a little bit, but next year's draft will tell you the complete story. I'm gonna do a feature on that. I'm gonna do a podcast on that on Anchor this summer about the changing of the NBA. It is changing. And if you're one of these guys who like the name in the back of the jersey, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. And the worst thing you have against you, KD's getting old, Kyrie's getting old, LeBron is already old. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Laker fan, to me, the best you can do if you get a star is sixth or seventh place in the West. And the reason why I say that is because you're bringing a new coach who's supposed to be no nonsense. Okay, that's what you claim. And I like Darvin Ham. Okay, he was in the '96 draft, believe it. Yeah, Dallas. I keep forgetting about Dallas. I think they put Dallas. I think Dallas was 6 or 7, but Dallas was in the top. Dallas has already made a move, and they're looking to do another move. Dallas is big in this mix. I love what Dallas did, fleecing Brandon Wood from the Rockets for the 26th pick. Are you kidding me? You'll take Luka? No, I'm taking Jokic. I think the four best players in the world are Jokic. I'm gonna do it in my order: Jokic, Giannis, Luka Doncic, and Joel Embiid. Those are the four best players in the NBA. And they got a kid from France in this year's draft that they say he's ready to take over right now. Okay, he's a power forward that can guard all the positions. Kid from France, and the NBA is gaga over him. And he's one of these guys you can get in the second round. Okay, Jokic is overrated? I don't think so. I think Jokic is as good as it comes. Now, I will say this for Jokic. Every guy got a flaw. Jokic's flaw is he cannot handle athletic bigs. Fool paid off 20 leeching hoes. Pervs never learn, I swear to Christ. Look, I'm going to say it again. In my case, I've never dealt with women romantically. What's that other word? Intimately. I've never had those chances with women. So I don't know. I can't tell you. But I'll tell you this. Bro, let me set this for the record. Is Dame Lillard white? Is John Morant white? Is Giannis white? And these are some of the guys I roll with. Okay, these are my niggas. Bit about Mikal Bridges. He's not white. These are my guys. Those are my guys. Trae Young. These are guys I like. What's my man out in Philadelphia who I'm in love with, the point guard? Well, I love him. There's a lot, most of the guys I like in the league, but I respect the white players. I think Doncic is great to watch, and I think Jokic is great to watch. You know, those and I think those two guys are exciting to watch. Yeah, he would have been the greatest player of all time. He never got hurt. There's no question about that. No question about that. He, healthy, was better than Kareem. And you know what's sad about that? I would have loved watching the Walton Kareem wars in the late 70s, early 80s. I don't think if Portland would have kept it together and Walton would have stayed healthy, I think the NBA would be a lot different right now. And I think Portland will have a lot more NBA titles than what they do. But didn't happen that way, unfortunately. And a lot of NBA fans got cheated. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Back in those days, America loved Billy Walton. He was supposed to be the NBA savior, and he did in 77. I mean, Kareem averaged over 40 points in that series against Portland in the Western Conference Final. LA had the best record in the league that year, and they got swept. It broke my heart. Because Kareem's my guy, always be my guy. And we're going to have a great show. Probably this Saturday night. Who's the best player of this generation? Steph, LeBron, or KD? And right now, KD's eliminated. And the reason why he's eliminated is he ran to a winner in Golden State, got 2 titles, but Steph has won another title without him. So that eliminates him. So it's between Steph and LeBron. I would like to put Giannis in that conversation, but he only has 1 chip. You know, because remember, Giannis did something that none of these guys ever did. And Steph had a lot of help this year. He carried the franchise on his back. LeBron never did that. He had to run from place to place. KD never did that. He could have done that in Oklahoma City. They had Golden State down in 2016, 3 games to 1. They choked. Okay. All right. So, this is some good stuff, folks. I mean, so, oh yes, they do. My generation does. That's for sure. Bill Walton, greatest college player to ever play college basketball. Him and Kareem. UCLA had them back to back and won those titles. Bill Walton healthy was clearly probably the best The only player that comes close to Bill Walton healthy, and he was Bill Walton healthy, by the way, was Tim Duncan. But Walton, believe it or not, was more athletic than Tim Duncan when healthy. I'm right here. Don't worry, I didn't leave. Walton, getting back to Bill Walton, was the epitome of greatness the day we all saw. Well, I was a baby when he was in UCLA, but I saw him in 73, and he was just a magnificent player. Better than advertised. And I really believe Bill Walton, clearly, without a shadow of a doubt, would have probably won 3 or 4 titles in Portland. Easy. If he never got hurt. Maybe 5 if he never got hurt. He was that great. Larry Bird called him one of the great players he's ever played with. And that was the only time Bill Walton was ever healthy again, 85, 86. It was great to see Bill Walton get a second ring. Nickname the Mountain Man, everybody. And boy, 1977, he was hurt early that year, and then he came back just in time for the playoffs. And Portland saw what a healthy Bill Walton can do. And he did it, won an NBA title. And it wasn't an easy hurdle. They were the road team in every series, beat the Bulls with Artis Gilmore, Jerry Sloan, and Norm Van Leer. Beat the Nuggets, who had the second best record in the NBA that year. Beat the Lakers, who had the best record. And like I said, Kareem scored 40 a game against them, and Walton swept them. The infamous slam dunk in Kareem's face that the NBA loves, because the NBA hates Kareem. Because Kareem is very militant. Kareem speaks his mind. Kareem speaks the truth. Kareem is all world, in my opinion. And then he beat probably the most talented team in the history of the sport, never to win an NBA title, was those 76 to 82 76ers. God damn, that team was loaded, can never get over the hump. And of course, they're known for the 4-4-4, but that was Moses. That wasn't Dr. J. Before Moses got there, they were known for letting Magic Johnson beat them by himself, basically. And give the Lakers credit, folks. They had a hell of a run as a franchise. It ain't working for them now, I can tell you that. It's not working in Los Angeles. Watson again paid off 20 of the 24 women. What's up, Grinder? 20 of the 24 women. Potential trades in the NBA draft on Thursday. The thumbnail is up for the draft, by the way. So you can go take a look at it. Be Thursday night. I'll be up here at 7:30 for pregame. John Collins linked to the Knicks, the Pacers, and the Blazers. Indiana trying to trade their team off. In Atlanta's trying to trade their team. Gobert and Mitchell both on the block. Why? Yo, come up here, bro. We'll talk about this. Get number one grinder up here. Drop the link. Let me see. Raven. Bill who? Bill Walton. Dallas making a fleecing a week ago, stealing. I forgot the kids. Oh, Brandon Wood. That's a great trade for Dallas. Dallas ain't finished yet. Okay, they're not finished yet. All right, my first guest is the birthday boy from 2 weeks ago. This goes to show you how quick time flies. Brooklyn's own, the number one grinder.
Peace. Now I was saying why to Watson. No, he.
Oh, why I put that?
Because no, not you. I'm just saying I'm with you. Why? Why he had to do that?
I don't know, man.
You was winning.
I don't know if it's because he really doesn't have. He probably don't have no. I hate to say this word. Doesn't have a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
You know, when of the 24 women that are gonna collect money, 2 of them are black. No whites in the picture. No white women in the picture. You know it looks bad on him.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Say a prayer to keep them Cajuns away from me.
Yeah, I
don't know what that is, but like I was saying, it makes, like I said earlier, it makes black men look bad. And it's already started. I was in a couple of rooms and women are going, yeah, that's the best. This guy is a NFL superstar and he has to trick. He couldn't get it, so he has to, he has to do the G word, groping.
But also go more on your point. Can't leave them Simps out either. I hear them Simps talking to.
These four niggas like being tricks. What four niggas?
Ooh.
Tricks are basically hiding the fact that they're tricks by claiming they have game. Nah, you're right. I'm saying nah. They don't have game. If they did have game, uh, guys like Watson, I forgot what woman it was. What's it? I don't think it was Sugar Bum. Shout out to that beautiful queen. Yeah, it was Sugar Bum. She said earlier in another platform, he's supposed to get all the women throwing themselves at him. Why does he have to fool around with masseuses?
But this is what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. Like let's take Watson out.
Okay,
Let's take Watson out.
okay.
And we gotta understand. There are some women that are toxic, just as men that are toxic. And
Yeah, I agree.
you've been in this business for a long time. You have seen that I'm talking about some women, they have this agenda they want to get you. But see, the problem is right now is the media is so the darling of these women. And the sad thing about it, our brothers don't have no backbone. Where's your masculinity at?
I agree. Raven
So,
said,
so brothers like me and you is always going to be up here climb. It
yeah,
is.
sure.
People can say what they want. It is.
No, I agree with you. I'm not arguing with you. Raven's here. Good to see you, buddy.
What up, bro?
What's up, man? I laughed when you said about the.
Yo, he's funny.
I cracked up when he said about the hose, man. I couldn't help.
I
Come
mean,
on.
this dude obviously didn't give a
Yes.
fuck about any previous lesson before him. We are continuously seeing this out of this new age. So it's like they are not paying attention to anything that's happened to brothers ahead of them. And so at this point, there is no further fucking sympathy. Over 60 women then
Yeah,
gave a claim on this fool, and this fool just paid out 20. You just admitted guilt, bruh.
yeah.
You just
That's why I
fucked your
guess
career
said
for
why.
life, bruh.
Totally agree.
And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you one thing. The NFL want to. He could sign his career away.
It's gone. It's
Yeah,
done. It's over. Get
It's
him out of the
done.
league.
it's like I said. He'll take the year suspension. He'll collect. What was the name? He'll collect $45 million sitting at home, and the only thing that the NFL can charge the Cleveland Browns for is $1 million.
So then they didn't know what that means. That's why they kept around Baker Mayfield. But look at Baker Mayfield seeing this. And I want to get out of here.
No, they want to get rid of Baker. They already had said over the weekend they'll pay half his contract.
Okay, that means it changed it. Okay,
Yeah, they want to
which
get
team,
him
which,
out of
which
there.
team you
Next
think he
week.
gonna go to?
Carolina, the only team that wants.
Man,
Says a lot about Sam Donald, doesn't it?
yeah, it does, man. What is it? A revolving door? What's going on? Sam Donald, that's his big brother or something?
I don't know, man. That's not a good look.
That's
Really
not a good
not.
look. That's not.
Yeah. Good thing you don't have these problems in Valley Ranch, right, Raven?
Facts. Facts. I mean, I'm just like, I don't think any
Yo,
future
Sean, get up
team,
here.
because he's now a legitimate liability and a risk, a high risk. So after this suspension, what team is going to be brave enough to take him on?
No, he'll stay in Cleveland. That is happy.
Then
that
Cleveland ain't going to ever win. They don't deserve to go to the Super
They're
Bowl.
gonna they're gonna keep him. That's why in the first year of this contract is new. This first year, he gets $45 million to sit at home. The only thing the league charges him is $1 million.
$1 million?
That's it.
That means he pimped the league.
I'll tell you what it means.
Yeah, so he's basically like a Charlie Sheen right now.
I'll tell you what it means. Cleveland's so desperate for a quarterback, they put that in their terms. And like I said, he has a 3-year window beginning next year to win the big one. Cleveland is good enough. Well, I think it's going to take him time. If he wins the big one, everyone's going to forget about this, and then people like myself want to know names of these women. He doesn't win, well, that's what he'll be remembered for.
Yeah. Well, all I gotta say is, fellas, be about your shit. These women are on some whole new shit now. It's a whole new game.
Yeah.
And also learn from Johnny Depp, y'all.
Facts.
Learn
Hey,
from
brother,
Johnny
I
Depp.
went through that in real life before. And dealing with a habitual liar, you have to bring up so much freaking evidence to clear your fucking name that is ridiculous. And when they find out the truth that the bitch is lying, you should see how the puppy dog eyes come around. Like, oh, we made a mistake. Yeah,
And we did
fucking
sing,
did.
and you know what? I mean to cut your
Yeah,
brother
do it what it is,
Raven.
man.
Brother Raven. I actually seen that in a trial. Puppy dog.
Puppy dog.
Puppy dog. Puppy
Because
dog.
they don't believe a female could be an abuser unless you got solid evidence and character witnesses.
Oh, if you have your house video,
And video is like holy water to these bitches.
Yeah.
And but you know what's so sad about the media, right? The same one that represent her. I'm not gonna say her name, right? She was on this network, and I'll never forget. I was like, I was getting ready for my birthday, matter of fact, and she was said, "You can't trust these men. You got caught." And you see these women, they venom, and one of the guys, they ain't show no masculinity. They show half of masculinity. But we gotta go by, what the evidence says. She did such and such. But they ain't come all out and everything because there was another woman there, Gail, the one had with Oprah. So really, Gail want to be politically correct. And it's just real sad. That's what I always say this. And I know fathers, you always want to tell your daughters, watch out for these men, but y'all got to sit down and talk to your sons, man. Y'all got to sit down and talk to your sons, talk to your nephews, talk about them as my parents had done, as my aunts had done. My late great grandmother and my late grandma had told me, and I'm 56. I understand what Brother Raven has going through, y'all. Learn from that. Let it ingrain, man.
I mean, they think they swagger and they dick stroking is gonna be a little special. Now, when you done touch that G spot too much and caused them feelings to hit and made that bitch go crazy, that bitch will do everything in her fucking power to try to destroy you.
NBA draft Thursday night.
And she was a Texas girl. I was like, oh, she pulled it out right out of the playbook. She pulled it right out of the playbook. Oh, that's what they know down here.
You in Texas?
Yes.
Thursday night.
Yes, my relative helped put the law on the books, as a matter of fact.
What part of Texas you at?
I'm in Dallas, bro.
Ooh, I ain't touching that one.
Where you at?
I'm Thursday night.
I'm in Virginia, but originally from New York. I've been in Virginia for 10 years.
All right.
But it's a Commonwealth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go. You ain't say no more. They got issues now. Issues now. That one.
I mean, back here, I mean, there was a time in Texas where courts literally had this thought process that females would never tell a lie on the stand. Until the defense attorney said, okay, now we got to start bringing some hard evidence. And then that's when shit started to change. That's why you got a cap on child support in Texas. Because these females, like I said, they stick to the same playbook. They will, because they hear it from each other. They'll have some toxic friends in their circle, and them toxic friends is telling them the whole playbook. So everybody is going into court literally with the same exact fucking stories, copy and paste. Sit up in local court one day and just watch and just listen to the cases that come by and just see 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost like a damn blueprint. You have baby mamas hooking up with a new nigga just so that can make the baby father jealous so they can fight, shoot at each other over and shit. Oh man, that all go down. Johnny did the smart thing by having all them cameras up. Because I'm sorry, if you already crossed over six figures, you need to go ahead and protect your interests, and you do need to videotape and lay out and record your whole entire house. Protect yourself from home invasions and protect yourself from evil bitches like her.
Well, anyway, guys, man, Johnny Depp.
I'm sorry, Mace.
It's okay.
I'm not in a bad mood. I'm actually.
No, you good.
I'm chill.
Johnny Depp. I tell you, I did not watch 1 second of that trial. I don't know what was that about.
Oh, I watched her disposition, and I was like, oh, she's straight up acting. And I'm watching Johnny's reaction because he's like, she's acting right now. She's a terrible actor. Oh,
let me say this, because I want to ask you a question about the trades and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you, when they find out that it went in Johnny Depp's favor, yo, you can actually hear a penny drop. Of every, I'm talking about Mace, of every neck. When I was turning, they could not. I like get the man. Like what? We what? Yeah, I'm telling you, it was like the commentator. They couldn't even say a word because they expect that woman was going to win. They come to find out, it will switch over. You can hear a pin drop like.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. To see Raven, he gave the remix one. So that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. Say it. Okay, that's enough of it. So
I hope he go after every single media outlet that put mud in his name.
You know, I'm surprised by that. Tiger never went after TMZ. You know,
Tiger was busted.
TMZ made their fame on Tiger Woods.
Busted him.
Oh my God, they had so much in Tiger Woods back then, bro. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but you know, this wasn't a chick being live recorded saying, "Oh, well, I could take a shit in the bed and blame you if that was you," and then I could say you hit me, and I used the bruise kit to take a picture. I mean, they've been using this game to their advantage.
I'll tell you, it's never been the same since that Tiger incident. And they had back-to-back Tiger and Ben Roethlisberger, and that was ESPN. They've never been the same because they lied for both people, and they never reported anything. While TMZ was cleaning up. Oh man.
TMZ, man, they terrible. Yeah, let's talk about, man. You said they had its possible trades.
Oh, I did that. I gotta go back to that. Talking to NBA, right?
Yeah, because I don't think people said the Knicks gonna do something. I don't think they did nothing, man.
That. Oh, I was talking about that. Oh, okay. I said that the Knicks are in on the John Collins sweepstakes. It's Knicks, Indiana, and Portland for John Collins. Crazy thing about Atlanta giving away John Collins is if you have a top 10 pick like Portland, Indiana, you just give them the pick and give them a scrub. They'll take it, and you can get Collins in their 16th pick. And you're scratching your head why Atlanta is doing that. Atlanta is letting you know that they're going to go cheap, they're going to go young, and they gave their money to Trae Young.
That's the bottom line, yeah.
So they're letting them let you know that their team of the last 2 years was good, but they don't think they can win big with those guys.
That's that.
You know. which is a very wise move by the Atlanta Hawks.
So, yeah, but
Well, on the other side, Knicks are
uh,
desperate for a star. Indiana wants to blow their team up.
yeah, I don't understand that one though.
Don't win. After a while, you're not winning, bro. It's a waste of time. It's a waste
That
of
is true.
energy.
Waste of talent. Yeah,
I
that's true.
mean, you're not winning. You know, I had a Pacer fan up here last night, and he told me it was no, not last night, the other night. AB Media, and he told me, "Hey, I'm a Pacers fan, but if you ain't winning, you gotta blow it up again."
But that's not even 5 years though. He's not giving them the chance to see any development. But that's how the league is right now, though.
Yeah, you gotta win now.
And what now, yo?
I do agree with that. Right now, I'm just doing the mail. Then I'm gonna get to what you asked for. All right, let me get to it. So it's that one. Lakers are delusional, of course, because the media can't let them die. Uh, they're dreaming of Kyrie going out there, but they know they have to give up Davis, and I don't see Brooklyn doing that.
No. And also, I did heard that there's a possibility that Kyrie might come to the Knicks, but I don't see that.
Yeah, they're in the running for Kyrie.
No. Then he not gonna fit that team with that coach.
I don't think he's gonna be there much longer, bro.
The coach?
No, I don't. I think he'll be gone by if things get off slow. I think he won't be around. I'll say before the All-Star break.
I think they should have got rid of him last year in the last season. I don't think that you bring him in and everything, and then I'm saying like this though.
I mean, these
I
Laker
don't want
fans.
I don't want them to get rid of Reddish. I don't want to get rid of young play. I don't. I think you could build up them, but Randall and that coach, they need to get the hell out of here.
I think the problem with the Knicks young players, I like them because I live here. I see them from time to time. I could tell you right now, Quigley and Toppin are growing into their roles. But if you're going to get a superstar player, those two are very expendable.
I agree with that. I agree with that, but not with that coach. You hear what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but
I don't want him. I don't want him getting nothing.
like I just told you, brother, I don't think he's gonna be there that long, bro. I think they're giving him a little bit, and then if they're not winning early, he's gone.
And why y'all trying to keep Randall for what?
I think they'll move him. If they like, let's say they're gonna get a star, they're gonna throw him back in return. Well, this is. I had this argument with Third Ward. Let me see if Third Ward's still here. He's not. But this is for Third Ward Columbia. Was here a little while ago. Who is killing the Nuggets and Jokic? This is according to Bleacher Report. The next 5 years, the top 10 stars in the NBA: Giannis #1, Doncic #2, Tatum 3, Jokic 4, Booker 5. I think Booker's getting a little bit long in the tooth. Trey Young, Bam, Adebayo, John Morant 8. I think John Morant should be in the top 3.
At least.
Embiid and Anthony Woodward, Edwards. I would switch Morant with Booker, and then move then move Durant up to Tatum.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I think they're crazy putting John Morant 8 down. They're fucking minds.
I understand that one.
This is why you cannot take the white man media seriously.
Okay. But Mace, you gotta understand, man, the complexion, dog.
What do you mean?
Tatum? What Tatum is?
Yeah, light skin, yeah.
There you go. Moran is our color.
Brown skin, yeah, our complexion.
Yeah. Come on now.
Remember what I told you guys? I was gonna say it to what you call earlier when he was here. The third ward. That's what the NBA is changing to right in front of your eyes, folks.
It
Third
is.
ward just gave you a hint. Now, let me say this about this year's draft coming up in 2 days. A lot of the players are our complexion, which is good. But no, I have nothing against light skinned players and light skinned people, by the way. It's not what you think while I'm saying this. What we're talking about is the NBA. What happened a year ago was the ratings were so high once LeBron and KD got eliminated that the commissioner came on during the NBA Finals and bragged about how the ratings were high and Giannis is the new megastar of the league and Giannis makes Milwaukee is global now, and you couldn't shut him up. And now the ratings this year was off the chain.
More than 40, because it was 40%. It was over 40% last year. This year is off the roof.
Yeah, through the roof. And this goes to show you. And I said this to people a couple weeks ago. Those fights in the stands with those white guys with the who's that guy Westbrook and the other guy, fans spitting on Trae Young. These NBA players will get used to that because the new NBA, those are the guys who are going to be in the seats, and if they don't think you're performing, they're going to let you know it right in your face. Because remember, white man, when they have a whole, let's just say 20,000 people around them, they're going to be tough and brave with these young players.
They're going to throw drinks at you, throw popcorn at you, and then you think the NBA security going to protect them?
Yep.
Not.
You saw that with Luka in Phoenix when the fan wanted to get on Luka. The security didn't help him.
Nope.
And that's a white guy.
White.
Yeah. Is this? I will do a podcast on that this summer on Anchor, and I'll tell you how I truly feel. I did it last year. The people who used to be here last year, they were like, "Oh, I didn't know that." I said that to you losers, bro. It's gonna be a different NBA. Let me see. What year is that? It's gonna be a different NBA in 2 years. It's gonna be very different.
It's going to be rainbow.
There are gonna be female coaches in this league.
Rainbow pride. You know
I
what
can
I
see
mean.
that too. Yeah, it's gonna be different, and I think, and I said this is a mistake by the NBA. You lose the bandwagon black fan, you're gonna lose a lot, bro, because those guys ain't coming back. There's no LeBron in the future to get these losers excited. I mean, no offense, Raven. I don't see too many brothers cheering for Luka Doncic in a possible dynasty in Dallas.
Nope.
We'll see about that.
You think they would? No, seriously. You think
I don't care. It's basketball.
I know you don't care. You don't care, but
I'm
I
all
would say
for the
this.
word of having dynasty again in Dallas, but
If the Mavericks become, I'm telling you, Luka Doncic is going to be. It
I
doesn't
can never
bother
picture the
me.
Mavericks
but,
as a dynasty. I mean, that's
No,
like
I
a
just
pipe
think-
dream.
I don't know, bro. NBA's changed, bro.
Ah.
Anybody can win.
But
Anybody
we'll
can
always
win now.
always have to face those top teams in the finals.
Yeah,
Golden
but who's
State,
the but
Boston,
who are the top teams?
Heat. I mean,
No, I don't see that he is anything.
I mean, unless a big paragon shift is just taking effect, I
Dude,
don't
it
see the
is right in
Mavericks
front.
always.
It is right in front of your eyes. What Dallas did last
Oh,
week in
whatever. I
Wood.
don't believe it. Don't get me too happy.
Okay.
Don't
By
get
the
me
way,
too
in
smiling.
the new power rankings, Dallas is 7th.
Yes, I'm enjoying my spot. Don't try to make us number one yet. I don't want all the attention.
No. The Golden State's 1, Milwaukee's 2, Memphis is 3, Boston 4, Denver 5. I forgot who was 6.
Last thing we want is the Mavericks being hated like the Cowboys. All right.
Oh, you're going to be hated like the Cowboys, bro.
Then we
You're
got to
going
have
to be-
black basketball
Because
caps
you know,
now.
because you watch, because the NBA goes, they look at Don to be the face of the NBA.
Hell yeah.
No.
And also Dallas
Yes,
is-
it is.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
No, they got their pretty
They
boy
do.
Curry.
No,
No.
that's not-
Kerry's getting old. He's 35 years old, bro.
He's old.
getting
Y'all
old.
telling
He's
jokes
getting old.
tonight.
We're not telling jokes, bro.
He's old, man. You know how long Curry been in the league?
You know how many people on ESPN got Denver as the favorite to come out of the West next year? And I'm along with that.
Really?
Because if they do, let me put it this way. If Denver's in the top 3, Jokic will win his 3rd MVP in a row. That's how much the NBA's changed. Why you think when you listen to ESPN today, they're so desperate to get the Lakers back in the mix? It's not funny.
They are desperate. I'm like, it's weird not having the Lakers. You know
what it
Lakers
is?
come up in this conversation.
You know what problem is ESPN? They like big markets. They
it's been
still
like
believe
that.
that. But the problem is all these superstars on social media. You can follow these guys move to move.
Yeah.
And that hurts ESPN. It kills them.
And also, the superstars not going to the big market teams that they
Exactly.
They go
Yeah.
they go into the small market teams.
Yeah, they going to places where they could build.
Yeah, build and also
Where they basically got where they can provide feedback to back management and back management.
And also, they don't have to deal with the pressure.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
A good point, Grinder. Good point. And they want to go with the Weber's one.
Exactly. That takes a lot
Except
too.
Orlando. They don't want to go Orlando.
They ain't trying to hit Orlando. You see the pre-draft. They said Orlando. You should see how they
I've
look.
never seen 7 more disappointed draft potential players than those 7 at lottery night, bro. They were looking at the markets and they was going, you got to be kidding me.
So Mason Raven, let me ask you all this question.
Let me ask you a question first. How
Go
did you actually develop a New York accent in 10 years, but you're from Virginia? So how did you get rid of your Virginia accent?
I'm originally from New York.
Oh, you're original. Okay. I was like, how did it happen? Okay.
He's another Brooklyn.
I was like, he has him good. I mean, you developed it in 10 years.
He's another Brooklyn finest, bro.
Exactly, the one and only dog. Yeah, but let me ask y'all this question now. As we see, y'all just talk about them 7 young men. Right, disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Do you think we're gonna see any movement right then and there when the NBA draft starts?
No.
No, I think it's
No.
gonna be conservative moves.
No. I think Atlanta and the 6 and 7 teams, that's Portland and that's Indiana and Atlanta. Those are the teams who want to make moves now.
Oh yeah, Portland's gonna be aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive.
You know, Pacers. See, here's the problem. Pacers want to blow their team up. Utah wants to blow their team up. Atlanta want to blow their team up.
I don't know what the Knicks going to do, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. They just
Who was the player the Knicks were looking at? I was reading that today. Let me get over it. I know Collins is one of them.
now they heard that they wanted to get Mitchell.
Yeah, that is one of them. AJ Griffin is another player. The Knicks, they said they'll make the dreams come true. You know what the problem with these kids are? The top kids, Grinder.
Mm,
Nobody knows who they are.
that's the problem.
I
No
mean,
bio, no bios on them, man.
nope.
That's the problem. Yeah, you're right.
Nobody knows who they are.
And then you got to understand that I hate to say this, despite we had the media and all that, some of them they don't have personality, man.
Who the players?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I was looking at the Warrior locker room the other night. They were celebrating,
That
and,
was a nice video.
and I was listening to the music they were playing, and I'm like, really? White boy music?
Yeah.
None
I
of
mean,
those kids can dance if their lives depended on it.
I mean, it's almost like a paradise for suburbanites.
You hit it right on the nose.
I laughed my ass off when I saw
point,
that.
Raven.
Because I mean,
Right
there's
on the
neighborhoods out
nose.
here in Dallas that actually like that. I was like, okay, you know, they basically kick it like the kids that's over in South Lake or something. There's no problem with that.
So that means like either of us would have been in that locker room. We were looking at like, man, we want to hear some biggies.
Well, I mean, that was just a short clip. Now you know they played multiple music throughout the night. I'm pretty sure they played the gangster stuff later when the cameras got out.
I don't know. Cali ain't what it used to be now. We gotta understand that. Man.
Oh yeah, that's true.
they love they like colors, if you know what I mean.
Bro, they done brought that shit down here. They done brought that loud neon shit down here. I'm like, man, this ain't no Venice Beach. Come on now.
Another Knicks potential trade is trading their picks this year, next year, to move to 4th to get this kid Jaden Ivey. Knicks are very high on this kid. Nobody else is, by the way. If I'm a Knicks fan, that make me scratch my head.
I'm scratching my head now.
Dallas, to me, right now, after what they did last week, I don't know how they pulled that off, but they did it, boy.
What they pull off?
They have succeeded in exceeding my expectations.
What happened?
Oh, they traded the 26th pick to Houston for Brandon Wood.
What?
And a lot of people in the NBA is beginning to jump on that Dallas bandwagon. I'm telling you, folks, don't watch the East again. Is back to the back seat of the NBA. Everything next year is going to be in the West, and the cool thing is, all the teams or the championship contenders in the West all got young superstars.
Well, it'd be nice to see, the Lakers get dominated. Finally.
I get the feeling they will be tap danced for a while.
That means the East going to be weak again.
Yep. Exactly.
Dang, God, that is, man. Oh boy, man.
And it's because if you look at what's going on, the West got all the young superstars.
Yeah. But let's understand this though too. Also, the West of the veterans, they got better skilled players.
Yes.
Than the East too.
Yes. Exactly.
Well, I mean, one thing I got to give to Boston, they fought, they earned a spot, so they definitely gonna be back. I think they are one of the strongest teams representing.
I'll tell you right now.
I think they'll get it out their system on this offseason and get their heads back together. They'll probably be right back next year.
I'm gonna tell you right now, with the Nets broken up because they're gonna get rid of one of them or maybe both, no one's gonna pay attention to the East. Everything's gonna be the West of the Mississippi. Once you get to Memphis, that's where the action is.
So if it won't be Boston, who would it be? Miami?
It could be Boston, but nobody's gonna care. Everything is in the West. You got the young stars in the West.
There is no appeal in the East.
Exactly,
man.
Except Giannis.
Except Giannis. Then if the Nets keep both of them.
Yeah, Nets let one go. No one's gonna care about them no more.
They ain't gonna care.
And no one cares here in New York about them.
Right, and so you picture the Knicks, when the Knicks play the Nets, they ain't gonna be nothing.
No one cares.
Don't want to care. They gonna give tickets away. You can see any way you want.
Also, I mean, when you look at the West, Raven, let's start. Dallas, they got Luca. Denver got a trio of young superstars. You got Memphis, Golden State got 4 young guys coming off the bench. You know, that's 5. The Clippers got a healthy Kawhi and Paul George.
And also,
Well, a group of young guys around those two.
I can't even say Houston yet, but Houston, they
Houston's a long way away. Minnesota,
yeah,
got a good young squad.
Mm-hmm.
They're only gonna get better.
They're gonna get better, y'all.
You know, the West is loaded. Don't forget New Orleans. He's healthy again. I showed you guys the tape last weekend. Zion Williamson mysteriously lost 50 pounds.
Mysteriously?
Yeah, mysteriously. I know what the mysteriously is. $186 million 5-year contract on the table.
So he smoked the rulers, man?
Oh, man. Zion Williamson, bro.
Zion smoking the rulers, man, because he can't spend it. Come on, man.
I showed a video of him last weekend of him dunking for a kid's camp, and that stomach was all gone. And I said, that's what $186 million on the table is doing for. I could see the Knicks trading for him, too. I keep telling people that. New Orleans is not stupid, bro. They know he really don't want to be there.
You know what? Maybe the Knicks is holding their chips.
Well, again, like I said, Knicks, they can get rid of everybody on that roster to bring a star in, bro. There ain't nobody there.
I just do not want that coach to be there. I just don't, man.
I really believe he's on the clock, bro.
Man, he should be on the clock right now.
Hey, Raven.
What's up?
You gonna get the 6-game package or the 10-game package to go to see some Maverick games next year, bro?
No, zero package.
Zero package?
I'm not buying those.
You gonna watch it on TV?
I don't even watch it.
He's not gonna watch it.
I watch it till the end of the season when it's about to be over with, so I know my countdown for football about to start.
You should have been in here the night, Raven, when they have Phoenix in Game 7 down by 60. I couldn't believe what we were watching. Raven was too busy celebrating. Raven was got laid.
It was fun. I mean, everybody was kicking it and everything, and I mean it's great. I mean, yeah, the Mavs exceeded our expectations. That was a short time party.
But you know, and I heard the center from Phoenix.
He's on the trading block. Yeah, he's gone. I forgot about Ayton. He's gone. Detroit, San Antonio, who to me is the leader in the clubhouse because they have 3 number 1 picks.
Mm-hmm. And usually when the Mavericks, when the home games are scheduled, they always schedule during the middle of the week, and I'm like, you know, a game could last past 10:30, and I gotta be up at work because there's always a meeting schedule.
Let me ask you a question: how happy was it for you to win the airline war?
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I was like, okay, these niggas won. Now can these Cowboys go ahead and get a win? Because I want them referees. My mind is gonna be 100% focused.
Yeah, you'll be here July 20. You'll be here July 27th. You put it on your computer, and when you get home, you'll be up here for the night shift of training camp.
My football bug has finally bitten once again. It's feel good to have this urge, and it's thanks to shout out to Officer Charles Faulkner because he's been posting his
what's up? Shout out to the officer.
Yeah, shout out to Officer Faulkner, bro. He's good people.
Yeah, he's posted. He plays with Dallas, so I've been watching his Madden clips. I could beat him easily, but I'm like, I'm ready for football.
I am too, bro.
How many days?
30. Let me let you know right now.
We almost under 30.
35.
Oh,
it's almost here.
I'm ready. I've never been excited for for this football season ever, man. I like the Jets, man. Like I said, 8 and 9 wins. That's it. I'm realistic.
Well, have you heard what they said about Zach Wilson so far?
Come on, someone Zach need to shut up,
It's
man.
not him. It's the New York media.
The last time I actually had hopes for the Jets was because of Tim Tebow. I
They'll be
failed.
getting him again.
Come on, man. I don't know. Why you got to bring Tim Tebow, man? I thought we cool, man. Why you gotta have? Now I gotta give you something to drink. God, why you gotta bring this brother up? Man, I mean, I understand, but you have to like say his. God, man, you, man.
He had everyone. He did have everybody in that moment believe.
Everybody, I mean, every Monday with the
Believe in the
AFC,
toilet.
NFC East, every Monday. Talk about your teams all day. I'll be doing double headers, morning show and night show. 270 days of consecutive NFL talk, folks.
Oh, do you know Amazon Prime is showing games too?
Yes. Amazon been working that deal for the
You,
about.
you
They've been
starting
working
this again,
slowly
Raven? You
further
starting this
on
again?
into it. Yes. Amazon is going to be king. Amazon is not fucking around.
But Raven was
Amazon
mocking
is
me.
everything, man.
Raven was mocking me about Apple TV getting the baseball. I was reading your comments.
Whoa. Apple do baseball?
Apple does
Unfortunately,
baseball. Yes.
You remember 2
That
weeks ago?
don't even sound right, man.
Remember 2 weeks ago, bro? The Yankees were playing the Cubs and the Angels were playing the Mets. Apple got so much control of their baseball package grinder that they blacked those games out in New York, bro. No lie.
And get this.
What?
Get
Yes.
this. Mace has to actually purchase Apple TV because Godzilla has a spinoff show that Apple TV bought the
God
rights
damn,
to.
I forgot you told me that.
What? You joking?
The name of the show is called Monarch. It's in production right now, and it's going to be premiering on Apple TV. And Apple TV with the baseball bid, that's also their bid of also
They're about
hosting sports.
about the and grinder, no joke. If they do get a football package, it will be double headers on Friday nights football.
All those people with the MacBooks complain.
On
They're going
Apple?
to get their win.
Yes, if they get their way, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
going to
trying
get
to
their
get
win.
each sport.
Man, I don't have that type of money, man.
My nephew bought a MacBook. I forgot the name of it. Cost him $4,000.
Yeah, $4,000 to do the same thing a PC can do better.
Yeah.
So I guess this gonna be the way of the future, man.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I'm gonna let you two guys talk, and I'll be back in a couple. I gotta take my medication. I'll be back.
Man, that's the future, y'all.
Oh, and there's things to watch out in this whole new online streaming, the whole plan that's coming to fruition, because also the event makers or promoters will also gear certain events to where, instead of watching it on the streaming service, it's actually better just to go ahead and go to the event. So that's going to motivate, I guess, fans to really fill up the seats for some other reason. There's going to be other things that's adding into the packages. But I mean, the streaming packages, ain't no complaints about it. I mean, if you're a fan of Fanatic, if that's your product, you go ahead and you're going to do it. And I mean, them Apple fanatics, they are fanatics. There's no stopping these people. They can come out with an iPhone 14, 15, and 16, and these people will actually buy each and every single one leading up to 16. So, I mean, it's no stopping them. So,
Come on, I mean, like you go. I said, all that money you might as well go to the game.
yeah, and believe it or not, $4,000 is actually a moderate price. The one
No, I'm right. We just being nice and shit.
Yeah,
it's nice for
$14,000, $25,000 power MacBooks.
No, not 2,500, y'all. 25,000.
Yeah, 14. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you really want a Mac to run right, yeah, it's gonna hurt.
And
it's gonna set you back.
Yeah, and me and Ray were talking about family of 3. So people really have 5, 6, 7.
For real, you gonna pay some nigga's salary.
I'm telling you, you pay you pay the six digits. And that's not even season tickets. Yo, go to the game, yo. Go to the game with that.
My upstairs neighbor, he walks around like he thinks he's like elite because he supports MacBooks, and I was like, man, I can support Mac and Windows, and I was like, well, what about your Windows experience? Because he's finally getting his little feet into IT a little bit, and I said, well, what about your Windows and your server administration experience? You got that? Well, actually, I'm going to take some course. I mean, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you just learned Apple? You didn't bother to learn Windows at all? No.
What?
I walked off. Get the fuck out of here.
I gotta learn that shit too, man. I got an LG. I got an LG, man. I gotta get up on a thing too, man. But I do got Amazon, dude. I don't know I had Amazon Prime though. Yo.
I mean, they increase prices. I mean, for a year, it's best. I mean, when dealing with Amazon, it is honestly best just to go ahead and pay that annual up. I mean, it's $139. That way you have all your Prime service. With your Prime automatically comes the one. I mean, I do like what they offer under Prime. I mean, the free movies, and the NFL games. And I mean, you literally have an access to a rival to Netflix, a big rival to Netflix. And I mean, shit, it ain't nothing but what now? I think it's now gone up to what, $14 or $17.99 or $139 a year. I mean, you just go ahead and pay that, and you already got access to it. You automatically got a free sports.
So you saying you got access also to Netflix, or that separate?
Well, no, it's a service rival with Netflix. It's like Netflix has movies and shows. Right, Amazon, right. We got the same thing. Now, Netflix has exclusive properties like Stranger Things, like shows like Stranger Things, which is actually a great show, by the way. I finally saw one episode last night. I agree. It's wonderful. I'm going to binge watch that shit. I'm going to get caught up. I got 4 seasons to go through to catch up. But, they have those proprieties like that. And Apple TV is going to have the same thing. Apple TV has its own shows, as a matter of fact. And Monarch, that Godzilla one, is going to be a new one. That's going to get more subscribers. Amazon has shows like The Boys, which is like a R-rated version of the MCU with superheroes that are actually villains, and they're violent and they do all kinds of shit. It's a crazy show. You got to watch it sometime. But they also have their own series show. But they're basically adding on layers, and when they add on more layers, eventually price, subscriptions gonna go up to cover that cost. But that's just the way business is.
Yeah.
Everything, I mean, sadly, with inflation and corporate America being pissed off at the feds for, waiting to tackle inflation.
Yeah, right.
Wages has gone up. I mean, I mistakenly hit my Indeed on my phone, and I looked up the job offers today. I was like, holy fuck. Oh, yes. It's going through the roof right now. And so I'm like, get ready. Recession is right upon us.
Some people, man, I say
recession is right. We ain't been this close to a recession before. Like
tell people, man, they better talk about that stimulus, man.
Hey, yeah.
I'm telling you.
You better cut the check.
Better cut that motherfucking check. You better cut that emergency stimulus, and then when y'all have emergency stimulus, give it to us. Work on that stimulus, motherfuckers, be for 3 years. Because I'm telling you, when the shit is going to crash, that recession, man.
And see, I speak with a lot of people, from New York, and a lot of investors that have retired and are now chilling down in Florida in their new dream homes and such like that. And yeah, they are definitely, every single one of them are glad that they retired and they prepared their nest egg, and has advised me to do the same thing. But, it's just,
that's not the place to retire, man.
I mean, hey, that's where, I don't know why y'all flock to Florida, but y'all flock to Florida. Y'all migrant like birds. I don't know why. Maybe May said because it gets cold as fuck in New York, but y'all like to get y'all asses down to Florida with them gators. Go ahead. That's y'all business.
I ain't going to Florida. I might hit dollars and shit. Yo, baby, man, find me out. But I ain't going no motherfucking gator. Gators come to the motherfucking sewer. Motherfucker go to the motherfucking toilet.
We didn't had storms up here through them hurricanes that hit the coast. 300 gator farm got out down in southern Houston. Well, yeah, gators now up here in North Texas. We tell people do not swim in the lake because you may not come up. Big ones, big gators too. Because I mean, we can't kill them.
Like dinosaur hump gators.
Like, yeah, well, I mean, so far, at least thus far, there hasn't been a big gator like the big gators that have been seen on the golf courses down there in Florida. But they are getting there. There's already been one that was found. It was due to the storms that hit the Florida Peninsula. It swam from Florida up the Gulf into one of our Texas rivers.
What?
Yeah, the Coast Guard followed it and everything, and it made it. Yeah, it literally swam. It literally migrated to Texas.
No, man.
In the Gulf.
I can't even go to Texas either.
So, if you see one pop up, we just, that's their territory. So, we don't kill them or anything. That's a natural habitat. But we do warn people, don't go swimming in Texas lakes. Not no more.
Because you got some right now. Some of these animals, man, they not adopted different temperatures now.
In Florida, you can forget it. I'm terrified of Florida. Basically any puddle of water can have a gator in it.
No, I ain't going home.
They'll walk along the shore.
The only time I've been to Florida when I was with the ex, man, when we went on a cruise. That's it.
My dad's from Miami, and my childhood, I remember Florida. I never did get an opportunity to see the gators, but my dad's story about the glades and what I know what's happened to the glades ever since with them snakes down there. I'm terrified of Florida.
Yeah, they got African python snake. They eat human beings, man. I'm not going.
The snakes want to fight against hunters with free ammo. They won the fight. How does that happen? How do you give rednecks free ammo and they lose the fight?
I don't understand how you could lose.
They invited everybody to come out to the glades to help kill them snakes, and they lost.
And listen, how you could lose, right? And the body is in the python while the rifle is right beside them. Does that make sense to me? Nah, I'm not doing it. Ooh, where the nigga right here, huh? He swallowed up. Look at him. Nah, man, I'm not doing it, man. The only way I go down there, man, is cruise, man. Yo, that's it. I'm not.
Yeah, I've been like, go down there. Oh, you don't need to. I don't want to see the glades. I don't need to sightsee. I'm good.
Go, man.
Oh, that tire. Do you think that's a truck tire? No, that's a snake. Oh no, I'm gone.
Motherfucker come through the door now, man. Matter of fact, when I was with the ex again, we had timeshare together. We was in Orlando. I said, "What's that?" That's a fucking medium gator. Cross street. What are you, man? Why stop talking, man? Listen, I did like, see, I ain't hungry no more, man. Fuck that, man. It was a nice side gator. No, nah, man. We out.
They showed that one that was crossing the golf course. It went viral because it looked like it was straight out of Jurassic Park. I'm like, is that like a 100-year-old gator that's really just been lollygagging around that golf course all this time?
A big one, wasn't it?
A big one. It looked, literally when it was crawling, it reminded like a dinosaur.
That's a dinosaur one.
Yeah, you can still Google it because it went viral and it moved like it was a dinosaur. It was that old.
And big, y'all. Like 100 feet, something like that.
Yo, Dollar Will, what's up,
I don't think
bro?
it was 100. I think it was at least 25, 26 feet, maybe.
Big.
The
tons.
It weighed a few tons. And they just literally, they get that big. You need a whole team and crane and sedatives. And if you put sedatives on it, you can probably kill it because it's that old. But yeah, you can video. You can Google it. That video is still out there.
It's still out there, yeah.
Hey, Raven, out of curiosity, how many mics are you planning to buy? besides your famous MS7B?
Oh, the SM7B. The SM7B. That'll probably be it for now. So I will have two. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
always keep this HyperX. I like this HyperX. I like the
That
LED.
toy just bought her HyperX a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
HyperX is a
tell
good mic.
yeah, what's a good mic that well I'm not like y'all. What's a good mic I could connect it to a laptop?
Get
Any
yourself
USB mic.
get yourself a podcast mic.
Yeah.
Costs $100,
Okay.
and it sounds just as good as mine, bro.
Really?
Yeah, DJ Kuda told me that 2 years ago. I got
I
mine
ain't
still brand new in the box.
see, I ain't like y'all, man, so but you know.
Well, I don't know what Raven's planning to do, really. But with me, I have to have more mics because uh, after a while, it will wear down. Now, this mic I'm using right now is the same mic Stevie Wonder uses.
Oh yeah?
Oh man.
And when you
Um.
watch ESPN, right, like in the morning
Mm-hmm.
shows with
Yeah.
Keyshawn, they use these mics too with what's our boy? I forgot my man's name, the white boy.
JJ Reddick,
No, no, no. He's in the media. He used to be with Stephen A, but they pull him in the morning.
Skip.
Nah, Skip is on Fox.
What's on EPN?
No, Fox. Skip left ESPN like 7, 8 years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
I forgot my man's name. He'll come back to me. Dollar Will in the building. They all three of them use this mic. My mic.
Okay.
Yeah, this mic is awesome, bro. Kuda begged me for a year to put it on. This is one of the first things I bought. I bought the laptop first, then my Roadcaster, and then the mic. Raven, back then, when the Roadcaster came out in 2020, they couldn't keep them in the stores, bro.
Yo, they was buying them shits up.
Yep.
Oh, they were.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Mace can tell you, mostly everybody started on had a Rodecaster in 2000.
I mean, y'all were, well, y'all went crazy over that Roadcast. I mean,
I didn't get it.
do
I
remember
had the money. Yeah.
I mean,
Mason.
I'm getting the two. That's why I'm getting the SMB7 because it's a good
Yeah,
mic.
Kuda the other night, shout out to DJ Kuda. We didn't hear, this is for you, Grinder. He moved out to Thailand.
Yeah,
He moved to Thailand?
he got away from the Cajuns.
It's stupid.
Yeah,
Well,
the brother is down in Thailand, man, and it's actually giving some good video.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, so no more skates for him.
If he does his shows, he's 11 hours ahead. So right now in Thailand, it's 8:45 in the morning.
Right.
So he's back to his old time, 3 a.m.
God damn. He moved to Thailand.
Yep. Got out of the Matrix, bro.
He did say he want to get out. I remember he told me, he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, Grind. I'm out of here, bro."
I said something 2 years ago. I got a lot of pushback. It's beginning to happen in droves. A lot of brothers are getting the hell out of the United States and coming back.
Dollar Will is like, get a Mac Mini. It's 800 to 1,000. Man, please don't buy one damn Mac Mini. Yeah. Funny thing, mates. I had the opportunity.
Mhm.
I had the opportunity to get some insider information on some tech that's on its way. I had met a guy who works on graphics cards for NVIDIA, a designer himself. And what's coming out, what's soon to come, everybody just hold your money. Don't buy. Don't buy yet. Don't buy. If you need a new GPU, hold on to your cash. Okay, listen to your brother. Your brother trying to tell you something. If you're gonna buy a new
Oh, I'm
computer and
listening
a
to you.
PC right now, Hold on to your motherfucking money. Do not spend your cash until the fall. Do you hear me? Until September, post September, when those new GPUs come out, they offer a lot more better stability, also on power consumption as well. So the prices is going to be actually nominal. So please, if you are looking at upgrading your system right now over the summer, please hold. Please
So I'm
hold. It
holding.
is for your best interest. All right. Wait till September.
Next
Wait
thing
for
I'm
the new
getting is a
shit.
couple of Game Pro cameras.
Yeah, wait for the new shit to hit. Because if you buy now, you're outdated.
Oh, yes, breaking news. Somebody just can't do my monitor. Said breaking news: Lakers reject by Pacers in Westbrook trade.
Doesn't surprise me.
Where is your kid? Man, listen.
Westbrook in the that would have been funny.
It's the media, bro. They're so desperate to get the Lakers back in this mix because they know. It's like the media knows what Adam Silver and Madison Avenue really want to do. NBA, ESPN is fighting against it.
Yeah, but you notice that years ago they used to push the Knicks, but they don't push the Knicks as much they push the Lakers.
Yeah, they don't. They only go for teams that the rest of the NBA, like TNT, they don't care who's there. They're happy, bro. There you go. Because last year when they did the Eastern Conference Finals, they didn't have to get on a plane
Nope, not at all.
because Atlanta was right behind them. Like they were in Atlanta. They didn't have to get on a plane.
Nope.
They were happy as hell. Dollar Washer said, get the Pio XLR to the USB mic adapter for $48. If you want to go cheapo, it gets the job done. Get the mic that works for your voice. I worked as an audio engineer at a network for 20. Oh, Dollar Will, we have to talk, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you gotta talk, bro. Eric Bird in the building. What's up, family?
I think that's
Dollar, yeah.
What did Will say now?
Yeah, when it comes to video, even the videos, like it looks like you want to build a workstation. That sounds more like a workstation that you want to build. So you might want to go ahead and go that direction. And if you want to really put the special effects in on your movies, get a Mac. Like, no! And every single design dollar I have come up with, I have been trying to fight. I have been trying my hardest to rival that M1 processor, and I cannot beat it. I have hit forums trying to beat it. Everyone is trying, like they don't get what it's like we're being throttled back.
You're right. Welcome to the 21st century,
right.
bro.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I can see you, brother. You're right. Yeah. Because it's just no fucking bullshit. You can get all this gear and you just plug it into a fucking app and then I mean, God. Man.
That's it.
Yeah, you know.
You're like, what? And what? Why?
You know.
Yeah, man. Me and you gotta talk with you. Yeah, plug shit up there. That's the flying around and shit, man. I'm fixed. I ain't trying to do all that.
Right now, Eric, they're talking about tech, bro.
I want to plug shit up to do. Yeah, I'm in, dog. I'm talking about me, Ray. You my best friend. We got. That's what I'm going to do.
Eric won 2 hours with of all people. I test a couple of weeks ago talking about goggles. It was fascinating hearing both of them go back and forth. I mean, I test sounded like a kid that he was 10 years old again.
Dollar actually, well, the Mac is actually working better than computers right now when it comes to video compression by far. That's even with the top hardware. I
This is
just
what you
seen
get when
side
no
by
one is.
side test, and I'm like, what the hell? This does not equate. This is not how is this formula not working. Yeah, Apple, yeah, that Mac can just pull off some magic. That's just like what?
Dollar Will, would you like to come up and enjoy the conversation? I mean, you and Raven could talk for hours, man. I'm not joking.
Of course, PC has software auctions. PC,
Yeah,
like
man. So I just
98%.
yo grab me some to drink, man. Listen, young man.
I love my tech guys, man.
Man,
Let me
I'm
bring
saying
him up
Ray,
here.
I
Eric,
love
you want to come up? You
engineers.
come
I
up.
play. I have flown.
Raven, let me get this straight. I can get a certain system, just plug the motherfucker up, and that's it.
Bro, that Macintosh, that Macintosh, that shit can actually program and auto connect to so many devices so
That's what my nephew did,
easily.
bro.
You don't have to install drivers or anything. It doesn't have to search out over the internet or anything like that.
Wait, man. I'm put my secondary email. I might have to make some moves, man, because I cannot be doing this now.
But no. As a OS, it has zero fucks to give about gaming. You are not gonna play. You're gonna play some of your own Apple stuff.
I don't care about the gaming.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much, you get a Mac. You actually get a Mac to actually perform a task, and it performs that task very well.
That's all I
I hear
want.
Mac will run
Do
PC
screens and
software.
stuff. Do streams. That's all I want.
As a matter of fact, there's one software that Apple has where it can actually run a bench test on your graphics that runs only for Apple. But we have to, on our end on Windows, we have to install basically a project to actually hack it so it can run on Windows. But that's one of the best benchmark applications that's actually out on the market in the industry right now.
Dollar Will, the link is in the chat. Come on up. Get this man ecstatic tonight. It's like Grind. It's like every guy that comes up here who meets Raven for the first time, they just talk for 2 or 3 hours.
Sorry, man.
No, it's no problem, bro. I don't have a problem with it. It helps my platform.
And Raven don't get along with anybody either. Just remember that now.
I ain't know that he gets along with me, and I met him.
Oh, I don't get along with everybody.
You don't?
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
I don't get along with everybody.
He got along with me. He said, "What's up, OG?" Yeah, you. I said, "All right." I said, "I like him." So you motherfucking OG. I said, "Oh shit."
I told him and Toya upon a performance 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. That was so funny shit, yo. You should have heard that.
I was like, I said, Toya, I didn't know you was like this. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's just something on that OS that it can basically run, its software. Man, damn. And I mean, I've only came across, put it to you this way, in my IT profession, in my IT career, I've only came across one Apple that I couldn't say that actually got hit with a virus, a strong ass virus, a virus out of Korea. I couldn't save it. It died. It was that powerful. I only lost one Apple machine in my whole career. That's how stable that shit is. Yeah. But there's just some software that there's just some things that a Mac can do. It doesn't really equate with a PC. Why? We got all these processors. Why? It's just like, is the industry really throttling? Does Apple have some kind of chokehold on, unlocking the processors? And
I do believe that.
I mean, you're like, there has to be some type of manipulation because there's no fucking point, dude. I'm telling you,
it's exciting.
Engineers. I have literally watched conversations between engineers, and it's like what the fuck did y'all do with that M1 chip? That's some alien tech. Damn it.
Here he is. First time coming up here. It's all Raven Knight from here. One of the biggest Raider fans. I'm picking the Raiders to win the AFC this year. First time up here. Dollar Will is here to join us.
Okay, Dollar. Yeah, man. I came through before. This is probably my second or third, probably my third time coming.
What's up, Dollar Will?
What's happening, man? What's happening? Number one grinder.
Hey man,
What's up,
it must have
Dollar
been
Will?
so
Nice
long.
meeting
What's
you.
happening,
It-
Raven?
it's,
Nice.
it's
Dollar
good.
Will.
I'm gonna let you and Raven talk, but it's a pleasure to have you up here again, my family. How you?
Oh, good. Well, after we get finished, I want you to give me an update on how Cedric Wilson is doing down there in Miami. What you hear? Because
I heard he's
hold
doing-
on. Let's save it. Let me. I want to know about him. I want to know about Byron Jones. I'm a Cowboys fan,
Okay.
and we made a bad mistake letting both of those players go. And so I collect your thoughts, but I want to establish the pecking
Well,
order.
you and you and Raven could talk about because he lives in Dallas, so he's a big Cowboys fan.
Oh well, then we got that in common too. But let
Let
me
Raven tell you. I could tell you about
let me
Wilson and Jones in Miami,
Raven
though.
establish. I'm going to establish the pecking order.
I'll
He's
let
the
you guys
expert on the computer. I'm just the operator. Okay, so I can't get down like he can. I just know from the operator side, from working on both Mac and PC actually. From this, let's see, I'm an old head. I'm a gray haired guy. I'm 58, so I'm in the beginning of the.
Oh, you is older than me. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm in the beginning of the digital audio workstation video stuff, and like in the
You are
in the like 1990, before Pro Tools was purchased by what's that company?
you going back?
Yeah, so I'm in the very, and so I had to, so I get like beat up by young folks to talk about old people like we don't understand. I'm like, young man, you really don't understand.
They don't
Everything
understand.
you know, I gave to you. I'm the test
Yes,
case.
sir.
So
Yes.
I know, and I come from the large format audio mixing,
Okay.
like SSL, that kind of thing, multi-track, that kind of thing that the software is emulating.
Man.
So
and
it's a different
that's
thing
funny.
when you know it used to be the money.
Technology,
It's
funny. It's like now I'm diving into that on my cell phone because I'm learning about that now.
Technology giveth, technology take it away. Let me tell you something. There was this software back in the 80s called not 80s, 90, and it was called Sonic Solutions. It was made by some people from Lucasfilm, and so this was in that period when Steve Jobs was away from Apple doing that. So whatever that software he came up with it when he made Toy Story.
Okay.
So that was like when and so these were like some Lucasfilm and some Apple people. There was some cross pollination between like Lucasfilm and Apple stuff. And so Apple was always from the very beginning heavy into multimedia. Because Microsoft was the beast and they could not compete with Microsoft in the business world, the corporate world. So Apple said, we just won't even try. We'll just give computers to kids in elementary school to make sure that that's going to be the first computer they learn, and we'll push this graphical user interface, which Apple won that war, and that's why Windows looked like Apple.
They appeal straight up to the composers,
and that's why PC went GUI. They had to come out of DOS. They had to get out of it.
Sure did. Yes, sir.
But as an Apple person, I have to tell you, when I use Windows, I don't have no problem with it. I think that I don't have no problem with Windows. It's fine. I'm just agnostic at this point. I'll use Windows. I'll use Mac. And if money was an issue, I would get a daggone PC. I wouldn't spend all that money on a Mac because the distance for most things, especially in the audio visual world, when not everything, but a lot of stuff is online, man. You pay a subscription to Adobe, you doing your editing in the cloud.
Okay,
now, yep, you got to.
So what do we need all this processing power for? If I edit YouTube videos and on YouTube's editing software.
Well, I mean, now due to the fact, because Adobe is subscription only, especially After Effects, you got to have that. You got to have that. And I mean, the big difference, try to edit and compress a 2-hour feature film on a Windows compared to a Mac. You're gonna see how that Mac just compress everything, including layers, all multiple layers, multi-track audio. Pretty much shaves off a day's work almost compared to a Windows machine.
I mean, I would expect the Mac to be better, just from the stamp. But is it better to justify it costing 2 and 3 times much? I mean,
that's the nick.
thing.
Yeah. I mean, when you're looking at functionality, and now I see the reason why people are paying those exorbitant prices for one. Because $14,000, $25,000 power Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing can pull off some things. I mean, I'm building a $7,000 Windows machine, and I am not going to be able to rival something that powerful when it comes to video compression. That's just video.
When you get a Mac back from always, even when it was $3,000. There's nothing to add to it. We would always look like, I used to get into these debates with the PC folks. I'm like, okay, so you got to buy extra RAM. Okay, you got to buy a sound card. Okay, you got to buy a video card. I'm like, so your PC don't really cost that price you think it does because of the things you got to add to it to make it do what you want it to do. Whereas when you get a Mac, you never buy anything.
Yeah, that's because nobody's gonna make anything for it except for Mac, which is in China.
No, it comes out the box with everything.
You can now add to it.
I mean, I know you can, but I'm saying, but for but a PC back in the day didn't come with a network card. I mean, Mac came with it, so it's like all these things that's in a Mac that you'd have to buy to add on to the PC when you really added up the real cost of that PC if you had to bring it up to the functionality of the Mac with all the ports.
And you are paying a surcharge on the brand itself.
Right. Right. And then you also paying with a Mac, you're paying for that convenience of, I mean, people got to realize Windows is a software company and they don't make the computer, but Macintosh is a hardware and a software. I mean, they will give their specs for, say Seagate, like Seagate was making, what was that? Remember back in the day that Cheetah hard drive was the rage, and Macs just came with it. Mm-hmm. Stock. You didn't have to do no upgrade. It just came with it. Mm-hmm. And so it was just like, so you would get like the best subsystems until that point before Steve Jobs came back when Mac had the clones.
I want to say Steve Jobs had the vision of making Mac those Apple, because he was acknowledging that exorbitant price. I think he was going to try to make it free for everyone.
No, it got cheaper, but it got the best Mac. I don't know if there was a period before the first thing Steve Jobs did when he came back is he killed the Mac clones. Because just like you got, various types of PCs made by different companies, well, Mac had opened their architecture up after Steve Jobs left, and they had other companies making.
Was those little funny Mac PCs that had like a white keyboard, white monitor back in the day?
They came in tower format. I don't know what you're talking about, but they came in tower, separate tower format. You talking about like the iMac kind of format?
Yeah, maybe it was like the first iMac or something.
Probably. Well, they had some weird thing called some weird thing that didn't last, and I think that's what you're talking about. It was crazy, but when they went with their clone situation, and the benchmark test would come out, the clones were beating the hell out of Mac. And Steve Jobs came back and he said, there's no way I'm going to let this go on. So the articles were coming out that the best Macintosh were clones. They were killing them. And I had one from a company called Power Computing. And they were just running circles around Macintosh. So, and so Steve Jobs killed that, and but it's pretty much when it's a lot of stuff that's written like down at the lowest level of the processor. The software and is married to that to the you can explain it to me for me better, brother, but you know what I'm saying, it's written, it's taken into account right at the kernel level of that operating
At the
system.
core. Yeah.
At the core level. So stuff happens faster.
Way faster.
And when you get a software update, if you're using Apple software and you get an update, you're not going to have all these conflicts because the entity that controls that computer controls the software. So you don't have these these finger pointing between the
I'm here. I'm just gonna let you two talk.
You're borging out a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Or you get a software conflict, so you got the operating system make the software company and the hardware company pointing fingers and saying it's not us, it's them, and nobody wanting to take credit for it.
Nobody. I remember those early.
Until they mysteriously update or a patch will come out and it'll fix the problem. But
it fixes the
Mac,
problem overnight.
You don't have them problems in Macintosh because that's why my father was my father
those updates, bro.
He's a fixed PCs. He's a PC head. And he one day I came. My father lives in Farmingdale, so I would go and see him a lot. I'm from DC area, so I would go up, and he saw my iPod, and he was like, "Where's all your CDs?" Because remember back in the day, we used to drive with all our CDs all in the car.
Yep.
And I just show up with just a iPod looking like about the size of a pack of cigarettes. And he said, "Where's your music?" So he got the iPod, and then when the iPhone came out, he got the iPhone.
I still have my iPod.
And he was still messing around with his PC. And I said, "Daddy, when you gonna stop messing around and go with the company? When you gonna get you a real computer?" That's what I said. He said, "Man, what you talking about? This is my PC. My PC is fine." I said, "You like your iPod, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You like your iPhone, right?" I said, "Why don't you go with the product that started it all?"
Oh my God. Oh.
It's that desktop computer. Get the computer. He got a Mac Mini. I came back. I left. I came back about a month later. He had moved that Mac. He had a base. He put the Mac in the basement. He had a computer room upstairs. I came back. The Mac was in the computer room. I said, "Why you moved them? Why aren't you going downstairs to the basement to use the Mac?" He said, "I got tired of going down there. I don't even use this PC no more." I left. I came back about a couple months later. I went down to the basement and there was a Mac down there. I said, "Oh, so you moved the Mac downstairs, back downstairs in the basement?" He said, "No, I bought a second one." I said, "Why?" He said, "I got tired of going up and down upstairs to the computer room." So he just got all these PCs sitting around the house. He ain't touched them since 2016. So he got 2 Mac Minis, and he's got what's that emulation software? Not Parallels. What's the competitor to Parallels?
On the Mac end, I don't know.
I don't think it's Mac specific. I think it works on both. It'll come to me anyway. So he bought the emulation software where he can still access his PC files and all of that stuff. But yeah, man, now he says he can't even fix PCs anymore. And I told him, I said, "Dad, if you get this Mac, it's gonna make you stupid."
I mean, they do become well versed in the operating system, which is good on that end of skills, but they do lose a ton when it comes to them not being able to support their own PC. At least with the PC, you can upgrade your stuff and its limits once you learn it. And those are actual, skills.
Right.
But yeah, it's amazing how, an older person can integrate into Apple, and then also Apple's, that's their niche. I mean, give it up to them. There's a reason why composers turn to Macs. There's a reason why songwriters and song makers and beat makers use Macs. I mean,
but it was hard for my father though. I had to keep repeating to him that it's not wrong on the Mac because it's not like a PC. So he'd only known one way of doing things, and so he kept expecting the Mac to work like the PC. I said, no, you have to understand Mac logic on its own.
Yeah. Yeah, very
You
much
know.
so.
So I mean, I when I came up, I had a of course I had PC on the job. I'm from in the 80s when they first when computers first came into basically American workforce. There were no policies, okay, about what you could or could not do on a computer. The companies encouraged the workers to use the computer for personal use because they wanted us interacting with the computer as much as possible. The policies and stuff, the different rules and restrictions didn't come into play until, of course, some idiot came along, decided he gonna start watching porn on the job.
Yeah.
I'm like, do we were like, do we really have to write this down that you shouldn't do that on the job?
Windows for Work groups, have to have a security group. Hey.
Apparently you do have to write it down.
The ex-wife and the manager's getting into it in email. Hey now.
We
need to know about locking the front door now.
God, man. But yeah, man. So we were all using PCs at work, and we were on America Online and just getting in paying, doing whatever could be done, doing our time sheets. They were trying to get anything that we could do to use the computer, because they needed the workers to get the skills.
Yep.
And so that was the cheap way that they this happened in all the corporations all over America.
I mean, basically that was when corporate America moved from the typewriter to the keyboard.
Correct. And people fought. There was a big fight. People were trying to, we had the typewriters and we had the little cubby boxes. Every job had a little cubby box, a physical box where people would come and put your mail. And it was no security. Anybody could walk by and read your mail, read your memo from management or anything. And that's just what life was. There was no such thing as a private, secure mailbox. All mailboxes were open and unsecure.
Those were the days of the punch card.
That too, right? That too. So it was a different world. So we had to come from that to why do we need to have a password?
Yeah.
It's like,
explain what a password is to me, sir.
And then we used to fight about management would put a schedule. Oh man, we fought a lot about schedule changes on the job. They would put the schedule change in email and not in the mailbox. That's how they forced us to, because we didn't want to go to the computer. Why do I gotta go to the computer when I could just go to the mailbox and read the piece of paper?
Can't they hit print? Because
the boss got figured out that, wait a minute, I gotta go and put this email one at this photo.
I wanted to be a grown-up in the 80s. I'm glad I was a baby at that point. That office was bad. You're borging a little bit, bro.
Okay. She said they figured out that I can make a group and press the send button once, and all 50 of them get it at one time. It was over then, buddy. Mm-hmm. It was over. It was like, we're not putting nothing in the mailboxes no more. Mm-hmm. That was the end of that. But yeah, those were the days. But yeah, Mac has been multimedia from the beginning, because that was the only way they could survive.
Yeah, I mean, I had faced the fact about Macintosh pretty much in the early 2000s, because the webmasters that I was running with back then, they were always pushing me like, you need to go ahead and go and get into a Mac. I know you don't like Mac. I know you don't like the terminology. You're damn good at it. Just work on the software. I'm like, I don't want no Mac. No. I like Enterprise.
So you have both at home?
No. The only thing I have here that's of Apple is an iPod, which is like
Gotcha.
200 gigabytes, I think. I don't ever use it anymore. They didn't even charge.
So you just saving it because it might be worth some money in the future.
Nah, just nostalgia. It was my first
Nostalgia.
Apple. It was my first Apple, but I mean, it's quickly, I mean, a possibility. I mean, functionality of a Macintosh when you want to cut your time down and cut all the bullshit out and cut out risk of, if you're dealing with media files, risk of it crashing and having to start all over. Yeah, the Macintosh is definitely seemingly more likely.
I tell you where I notice it. Now, and I'm a trader. I'm a stock trader, and there are many platforms that don't exist for the Mac in the stock trading world. It just doesn't work. So unless you have some kind of virtual PC or whatever, something to be able to emulate a PC, you're gonna have to get a PC. So a buddy of mine gave me a PC, an old PC laptop, and I'm running Windows 10 on it. But I tell you, with a Mac, if let's say I'm trying to start trading at 9:30 in the morning, or when the market opens, I can go and turn that Mac on at 9:27, 9:28. It'll be up and ready 9:30. You can't do that with that PC.
Hell no.
You can't do that with that PC. You go turn on that PC and you find out, it's doing a system update.
Oh, well, I mean, you can now. I mean, my boot time on this old one, this one's about 12 years old now. My boot time is about a good minute. But I mean, there's on the newer machines, you can actually cut that boot time down. But you still don't boot as fast as a Mac.
Yes, that's the only adjustment I have to make when I'm using PC. I can't wait till the last minute to go turn that thing on. I need to go over there at least 20 minutes just to make sure. If it's going to do a software update and I want to restart it to make sure everything is fine, after that, I need to go over there 20 minutes at least before I need to use it.
No, you can cut that time down. The PC, okay. I love the PC world. I mean, it's just so convenient. I mean, the thousands upon thousands of support dollars I have saved myself just from acquiring the skills myself to support myself on my own tech. I mean, that's a plus. I mean, I don't have to buy a pre-made machine. I can make it myself. Yeah. Now, Macintosh, I wish I can build my own Macintosh. Now, Apple has finally, because it did take damn near an act of Congress to require people to be able to actually begin to support themselves and repair their iPhones from shit being cracked because they are overcharged for repairs and stuff. Hopefully, if Apple continues that path and allowing the components of an Apple to be easily modular, interactive, and changeable, and it becomes more PC functionable.
Okay, you say that, but I broke iPad screen last year trying to change change the battery.
Oh no, you don't have you have your kit?
I had the damn hair dryer trying, on the edges trying to get the glue. They glue the hell out of everything. That's the problem. They don't make it real easy for you. And I said, I'll never do that again. Anybody listening, if you got a daggone iPad, go on and pay somebody to do that. So if they break your screen, they have to fix it.
No, get you a kit. The kit costs like maybe.
I had the kit.
You had the kit?
Yeah, it's still the kit didn't have nothing that would allow me to get.
It didn't have the suction cup where you just pull the screen up.
It don't. Not on no Mac. You don't just pull the screen up.
Oh yes, you do. I got the kit.
Okay. This must have been an older pad that I had. But they glued that thing in there. You had
the one I have. I can't. Yeah, I'm not even trying to go inside of it.
Yeah, you have to come with a hair dryer to heat up the edges, and then they give you this in the kit. They give you this pry tool. What I forget what it's called. Pry it open while you heating it up with the hair dryer, and I must didn't heat it up enough to melt the glue, melt the bond or whatever. But I'm like, nah, that's crazy, you know. But my laptop, I go in and out of that, you know, all the time, no problem. That's, you know, the Mac is really, really, really easy. You know, again, I'm not a like a computer, you know, A+ or nothing. I don't have no certification. I'm an operator, but I've been in there and easily, no problem, go in, change RAM, hard drives, you know, no problem. You can move around in it. It's pretty simple. Yeah, except for that iPad,
They
the
don't
old one.
want you. Oh, they want you. Like, they want you fixing.
They don't want you to do it. That's exactly it.
They don't want you fixing your own stuff.
You know,
you can make it better.
but to Apple's credit, there was a situation where I had to send. They did. They had an update, and then my computer just bricked my computer. It didn't come on, nothing. I don't know what they did with this update. And this is about maybe 3 years ago. It was a laptop, and I called them. They sent me a box. I sent it back to them. They fixed the problem and upgraded some other stuff while they was in there for free. I mean, I had a bad sound card, or, you know, some other stuff, and my keys, the lettering on the keys were wearing off. They just doing that, fixed that, and then they sent it back, no charge. I'm like, wow. I'm like, so they must have really messed up bad with that software update. They did all that for free for me, and I ain't had to pay for the postage, nothing. I'm like, whoa.
Or you pissed off the core processor and it was in the code. Take me home, mothership, take me home.
Yeah, they messed up bad. So they must have had a whole lot of phone calls from people, you know, with that update. I mean, this thing didn't even turn on. It's like, soon as I did the update, you know, when I powered back on, it didn't wake up. I'm like, whoa. So they bricked it. But other than that, yeah, the service has been good.
That's cool.
Yeah. So how about them Cowboys, man?
Well, I'm impressed with how they function in the draft.
Yeah, I think they did the best that they could do. Yeah. I don't have no problem with the draft pick. I mean, I wanted that. What's that linebacker? Was it Lloyd? What was his name? The linebacker. I can't think of it. What college he went from? Not the Georgia linebacker.
I was thinking they were gonna go for offensive lineman, and then I was like, my extended wish was to get some help on the receiving, and then when they picked the wide receiver, I was like, okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up, y'all did y'all do.
Yeah, I wanted an offensive lineman, but my thinking was that the linebackers that were available were better quality. But in the bigger picture, I think they did the right thing. I mean,
yeah,
you know, Jerry.
I just got to see the line. I just got to see the scrimmage line, see how they look on the line, and I'll be able to predict the season.
Yeah, Jerry is a 500 general manager. That's the bottom line. He's an average general manager, and that's why Dallas is pretty much average, because he you know, my cousin, you know, we big Cowboy fans. I say that, you know, to calm him down, I say, and Will McClay, I trust. That's it. It's Will McClay. As long as they listen to that brother, that's the only shot we got.
Oh, just to let you guys know, thank you for talking football a little bit now. More importantly, I don't know what channel Lou Big Nate is back tonight, and he's going completely nuclear on Kendra G, whoever she is. And Kuda is on right now as we speak.
Oh, okay.
So you guys can keep talking Dallas Cowboys. I'm not going to interrupt you.
So Kendra G is like what? Like the female Kevin Samuels. She's basically doing the types of interviews that I have never seen her. I've seen reviews of her. I think that's what she's doing, the Kevin Samuels. You know, cross-examining the women about their standards, you know, given their age and situation or whatever. So yeah.
So much of that going on. It's crazy.
I mean, if you see somebody made as much money as Kevin Samuels did, somebody had to step up and say, "Let me get that bag." Somebody got to make it. That's just free money laying on the ground. If that was, that's not the type of content I have on my channel. But if I was into the social commentary, the relationship beat, if that's what I was doing, I sure enough would have jumped on it, because that's free. That's free money.
I'm still just taken away that he's gone, and I'm like, man, I wish he was still here, because he would have been able to he would have had his own new line of content for the next duration of a year. But
yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, them Cowboys.
Yeah.
Them Cowboys.
We're gonna be sitting up in Cowboy Stadium with black cowboy hats, watching them referees. We will run them out of stadium again, just like last season, if the season closes to that type of finale, that messed up ending. So hopefully the Cowboys will arrive back in the playoffs, and hopefully we can go all the way up to the big dance. We are in a long drought. This is a major drought. Okay, so
it all comes down to, it sounds
do or
basic,
die.
it's right. It comes down to the running game. Dak Prescott is a play action pass quarterback. If we don't have that running game and we have to depend on Dak Prescott's accuracy, we in trouble. But if we got a running game and he's got the time, and he's doesn't have to throw into complex coverages and all of that.
I want a new running back. I'm gonna call it out right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm tired of Ezekiel shit. I'm used to work.
They should
hard,
see 500 jury should never have. This is I got my list of things I'm pissed at jury about, but the one that really hurt the team the most was when Zeke cut the line and got his contract before Dak. Jerry should have made him walk. He should have let him go.
Oh, absolutely.
That ruined the whole salary structure of the team right there. He should have let Zeke walk. Pollard was there. That and Jerry. The problem with Jerry Jones and Steven, if you don't have somebody on your staff, has to have that gift to know talent when they see it. Jerry has this problem of, you watch a guy play for a whole year, and then when his contract year comes up, you go, I want to see a little more. Well, wait a minute. It don't take that long to know talent when you see it, if you have the gift. If he doesn't have the gift, so he needs somebody in his staff to say, that guy is gifted. Pay him now, because it's cheaper to pay him now than pay him later.
Emmett provided immediate results.
Right.
I mean, what about the brother before Zeke? The one that we had
a lot of Marion did it good. Felix was decent.
Marion. Yeah, we lost Marion.
Yeah, we lost Marion. So we had some good guys to fill in there, and they all were bargain price. Oh, you talk about Murray. That's the one that pissed me off when he said, when Murray was hurt every year, and Murray didn't play 16 games on that season before they gave him his big money. And Jerry said, I want to see one more year. I was pissed. I'm like, you don't need to see one more year. Sure, he only played 12 or 13 games, but his yards per carry was number one in the league.
Number one in the league.
So you're going to hold it against him that he can't play 16 games? No. You assign the value to the player's productivity. If he's a 13 game player, then you pay him a 13 game salary. And so you just have to figure out what is that player worth, and you go ahead and pay him, and then you go ahead and make sure you got the depth to handle the fact that he ain't going to be there for 16 games. The same with Sean Lee. They did it for him. You don't get rid of players that are good just because they can't play 16 games. You don't get rid of Tyron. Really, if he can only play 10 games a year,
senior veteranship on the team.
If Tyron Smith can only play 10 games a year, then you play him for the 10 most important games of the year. Don't play him in the beginning of the year, then have him hurt when you trying to get to the playoffs. I mean, they do that every year. I'm like,
Always
why is
shoot themselves
Tyron
in the
playing?
foot.
Why is Tyron playing 4 quarters of football in week 1, 2, and 3? Why?
When he should be used in midseason.
Play that man half a game. Unless you really need him, if it's a tight game, then that week he'll have to play the whole game. Whether the most important quarters, the second and the fourth, you're trying to, finish the half right, and you're trying to finish the game. Finish the half, finish the game.
They love having this comeback story, and keep the game tight and close, suspenseful.
Yeah. And the big mistake they made was paying Gallup. Why would you? Why? Nothing against Gallup, good player, but I just happen to think that Cedric Wilson was, if not better, at least the same. He's, if you want, at worst, Cedric Wilson's the same football player as Gallup, and they could have got him for less. There was no reason for Cedric Wilson's contract to ever get to this point. He should have been signed last year.
How long do you think we're gonna have Dak?
For the duration of his contract.
Think so?
Yeah. Now the question is, how long will Dak be the starter? How old is he?
Mace.
Dak is about 30, 29.
Is he? I thought he was. I want to say 32.
Oh no, he's not 32.
He ain't 32. I thought he was in the 30s.
No, he might. At worst, he's 30. Dak got a 2-year window before the Cowboys go in that draft, and I say 2 years from now, if there's a top quarterback in that draft, saying
he's 28.
Okay, 2 years from now, when he's 30, if there's a top quarterback available for the Cowboys in that first round, they can't let that guy go past him. Dak has a 2-year window before the Cowboys have to start looking for his replacement, because by that time you can really compare Dak's numbers to Tony Romo's numbers. Because I was a Romo fan. I never thought that they knew not to let Tony Romo and Dak compete for that job. There's no way that Dak could have won that competition.
He gave us no rings.
Dak, so here we are. Dak didn't give us no rings. Danny White didn't give us no rings, but they were good quarterbacks. They weren't great, but they were serviceable. You don't have to be great to win a Super Bowl.
How many times did Romo get us into the playoffs? 4?
Ooh, that many? I don't even think it was that many.
Because we got us at the first round.
Right.
Right. A wild card. All right. So what, 4 times? Dak has already given us 2 appearances. Come again? He's better than Romo.
Nah, he got better support, I think.
He's had an easier season than Romo.
I mean, Jerry took advantage of Romo's mobility and intentionally did not spend no draft picks to get no line together for him.
He broke his collarbone. Look how slow he was running. Anybody on the defensive line.
I blame Romo for that. He knew better. Romo
knew better than trying.
Romo knew better. He's not fast, and it's a preseason game.
White boy, so what you doing?
What you doing in the preseason? I mean, that's like you're a professional football player. Professional football player gone and take the yardage loss and get up and play the next down. You don't do that. You don't do that in the summer. You might not even do that in the regular season if you're an old, slow quarterback.
I mean, it was like after he signed all that money, he's like, I'm gonna take a chill.
I mean, he must have gone through some hypnotherapy to completely wipe his mind of the event against the Seattle Seahawks when he was young and he couldn't run and cross the goal line. The play that retired Bill Parcells.
The play that retired Bill.
When Bill Parcells said, I just don't have it in me to go all the way through the offseason to get right back to this point. I just can't do it. That's what he said. Romo retired him, And so how did he think? that as an older guy, that he can now run and get across the line of scrimmage when he couldn't do it when he was younger. But it opened the door for Dak. He's our guy. I root for the guy and all that. But he is what he is. He's a good quarterback. He's good enough for us to win with. But we need all of the. He's got to have the help. We got to have the running game, and I'm excited about our defense. And so, fortunately, it seems like we're going to have a defense that won't require us to score 30 points to win a football game.
Do you see any? I don't see any chemistry between him and Zeke.
How much chemistry do they need? Hand them the ball.
I mean,
they don't throw to Zeke. Coming out of college, Zeke was a good receiving running back. We never saw that in the NFL. They made a big deal. They justified picking Zeke where they did, which pissed me off. I never thought they should have drafted him anyway. I wanted Jalen Ramsey and Derrick Henry in the second round. That's what I wanted.
I've always wondered how come they don't give him short passes so he can run.
Right. They never did.
I've always wondered that.
In Ohio State, he was good at catching.
I was like, didn't this dude play for Ohio? And was he he was basically a short pass receiver?
They did the same thing with Murray. When they drafted Murray, they justified drafting him because he was good catching the ball out the backfield. He came to the Cowboys, they never threw him the ball. Pollard, he could catch. He played wide receiver in college. How many times you see them throw Pollard the ball in a football game?
8 throughout the season. I
Yeah,
think. 8 times.
that's in the whole season.
And the whole season, yeah.
And how many of those did he catch the ball behind the line of scrimmage as basically a screen pass? Of them 8, I bet more than half of them probably screen passes.
I want to say it was about 6 or 7 that was on screens that he caught. Because he gained yards on those plays. He gained a hell of a lot of yards, and I'm like,
so why can't we get him out in the flat against a linebacker?
Maybe it's because of that Madden player we hired as a defensive coach.
Oh man, we had some bad ones.
Yeah.
Nolan, the team quit on him. When Nolan, when they had what's the 49ers Smith, Alden Smith, when they had Alden Smith playing ahead of Randy Gregory, and Alden Smith didn't set the edge none the whole time he was on the field. If teams just kept running wide, and Randy Alden Smith just refused to set the edge, and the whole defense just quit. They threw the whole season, and everybody was saying the Cowboys need defensive help. No, they just need a defensive coach, because it was clear, it was so obvious that the players quit because they were not pursuing on defense. Nobody was running to the football to tackle anybody.
Total collapse. It was complete revolt.
They like, shit, I got a contract. I ain't.
You
see DeMarcus Lawrence like, well, I'm good. I got my money. I'm good. And everybody started making business decisions, and that was it. So that was so obvious. I mean, I don't know how anybody couldn't see that was a team, a defense that colluded to fire the coordinator, because the owner can't fire all those players. It's easier to just replace the coach, and that's what happened. And so Dan Quinn walks in, and now they, making Dan Quinn Moses. I mean, he's a good defensive coordinator, but mostly what we saw is the difference between players deciding to play. That's really it. It's most of the same players under the prior coordinator. It's just that now they care because Alden Smith wasn't on that field last year. It was Randy Gregory. But I think we got a blessing in Randy Gregory leaving, because I think Armstrong is better than he's given credit for.
I think he wants to play. I've seen a spark. He has that spark. So hopefully
he got something but they did right. They paid him. They paid him a little money to stay. So they kind of on the hook a little bit, you know. And he's got a fight with that rookie Sam Williams. So oh, and the linebacker, the what's his name, from the Jaguars and Atlanta. What's the free agent linebacker we brought in that's playing defensive end?
What's his name?
Yeah, him, who kind of, you know, top draft pick and has been kind of invisible pretty much the last couple of years. Him. So it'd be interesting to see if he even makes the squad. You know, if one of these young,
well, not Tolbert. Are you talking about Tolbert?
No,
that's the wide receiver.
No, I'm talking about he's a linebacker. He played at Jacksonville, then he played in Atlanta with Quinn. He was a top draft pick when he came out of college. I cannot think of his name, but the last couple of years have been, you know, kind of so. But he might not even win if he doesn't. Who?
Dante Fowler.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? So, as Parcells would call them, progress stoppers. If he does not win the job, what young person are you going to cut from that team to keep Dante Fowler? If he doesn't beat out Armstrong or Sam Williams, should he even make the team?
Hey, he was pick 3, round 1 in 2015 NFL draft pick. He went from the Jaguars from 2015 to 2018 to the Rams from 2018 to 2019 to the Falcons from 20 to 21, and he's with us now.
Now that's a young player that nobody's trying to hold on to. Now,
he went through 3 teams. Shit.
Right, he can't get no love. You know? So
if he calls us penalties, he's out of here.
He better win. He better win the first or second on that depth chart for that defensive end position, or he ain't gonna make this team. Or he shouldn't make the team, because I would not cut a young guy with some potential to keep a mid-career journeyman player, because that's what he is. He's in the middle of his career and he's already at journeyman status.
20 at the age of 27.
Right. That's pretty bad. So I'm not going to keep him around for that. I mean, maybe he could hide on the depth chart for linebacker, move him back to linebacker, and just, you know, stash him on the depth chart behind Gifford or something. You know, but next year our linebacker squad, you know, when that young guy that injured player we drafted this year from LSU, that's a beast, man. That guy is the real deal. So our linebacker squad next year gonna be bucking for league best, because Cox is the truth too. Cox is the truth, and you know, Micah is the team. He's the heart and soul, the face of the team now. He's it.
Well, Fowler has 2 touchdowns for his career so far.
I don't know if we shouldn't be expecting much from him, but I like our young guys getting the fact they're going to have a chance to play. I'm kind of happy that they really didn't bring in go out and load up the roster with a lot of retread veterans. You know, I think that these young guys are good enough that they need the time to play. They can't get better on the bench.
What was Fowler doing at the Rams? He had 11 and a half sacks that year, 2019.
Mm-hmm. And why didn't they keep him?
Damn. That's a career highlight for him.
Right. But they didn't keep him. I mean, he's a big body now, but he was rushing from the linebacker position, I believe. Dallas is making him a straight up defensive end.
Straight up defensive end.
So, I mean, but that could change. So, I mean, a lot is resting on Cox, his how healthy he looks. If he, there's no way that the Cowboys are going to be able to keep Cox out of the starting lineup if he's healthy. If he's not, then Fowler becomes an important piece because of his position flexibility. But yeah. I mean, I don't think this is our year. I can't say that. We just got too many question marks. But I just want to see some good football, and I'll be happy with that. And I want to see some good play from the offensive line. Just look better. If our first round draft pick Tyler Smith plays well, I'll be. If he starts at left guard and plays well, and if we can get, let's say, 12 to 13 starts out of Tyron Smith, I'll be happy. If Biotish is the only weak link on the line, I'll be happy. Because last year you can make it if you got one weak link on the line. You can't make it if you got like 3. 2 or 3. That's hard. You can't cover for that many weaknesses. Where'd everybody go?
What's up, Star? Mace, are you still there? Well, we have the Bucks on September 11th at 7:20. Come on, Mr. Brady.
Yeah, he should have gone and stayed out the game. He should have stayed out the game.
And then we would finally face our enemy, the Rams, on October 9th. Eagles October 16th.
When do we play the Rams? Where's that game?
We play the Rams at LA on October 9th. It's an away game.
Except for Aaron Donald, we match up pretty well with them. I think we match up pretty well with them. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we beat them. But even if we beat them, I still won't think, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. It's just that I think we match up well with them.
And then we're on the road to Philadelphia, and then the Lions, and then the Bears, and then the Packers, and then the Vikings, and then the Giants again, the Colts, Texans, the Jaguars, the Eagles, the Titans.
That sounds like an easy schedule.
It is an easy schedule. It really is an easy schedule considering who we're going to be up against.
Wow.
Oh, we're going to see Russell and Sierra on October 13th.
Right. I tell you another key to this season that I'm going to be watching very closely this summer is we finally get a chance. I mean, the Cowboys have been trying to play 12 personnel, with 2 tight ends. We've been trying to do that since Cole Beasley came to the team. That's how long they've been trying to play 12 personnel. Cole Beasley turned out to be such a good player that they played a lot of 3 wide receiver offense in base. But they were trying to go to 12 package then. So then he left, and we, stayed in this whole 3 wide receiver thing. We drafted CeeDee Lamb and got to get him on the field. So that kept us in 3 wide receiver as the base offense. But now with no Cooper and Gallup out and drafting Ferguson, if Ferguson can block, I don't need him to be a prolific receiver, but if he's a good blocker, and he helps us establish that run, then we can be strong with Gallup not even on the field. Because if we're playing 2 tight ends, that means we're going to be playing 3 tight ends less. So it doesn't even matter about our wide receiver depth if we can be effective in 12 package.
I mean, from the looks of it, if things play out, it pretty much looks like the very beginning of our season is the rough part of our
right
schedule,
and we're going to need those 2 tight ends while Gallup is getting healthy. So if we could, that's
the
what
rest
I'm
is just a cakewalk. Honestly, I mean, if Jaguars do something, but I mean, we got to worry about the pesky Eagles, but unsure what the Giants will do.
Right.
But yeah, this is nice. Yeah, Roger was good to us.
And look, we got Malik Hooker. He's gonna be starting the whole year, and he should be, looking more like himself when he was with the Colts. And Curse was near Pro Bowler, so our defensive secondary, our safeties should look better than this. This might be the best pair of safeties we've had in maybe a couple of decades. Think about it.
We host the Giants. Wow, it's weird. We're not gonna play Washington on Thanksgiving. Boo!
And I want to see that. I want to see that undrafted rookie we got. That free agent Bell. Got good size. Got like cornerback speed, and he's been getting a lot of interceptions in practice. Safety. So if our safeties are like improved, man, and we already
not can I be heard or am I glitching? Am I glitching?
Well,
what's up, Star? You were Borging a little bit.
Say that again. Whoever
yeah, unmute yourself, Star.
Nah, my shit's too glitchy, man. I'm gonna back up, man. I'm gonna get a different source to type in.
You gotta get closer to your router or something, or mic or something. He's Borging.
Yeah, I think he said he was gonna come back in.
Yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting year.
Yeah, it is. It is. Giants get to come down and enjoy some Texas turkey. And then on Christmas Eve, the Eagles get to come down and open up some Christmas presents with us.
Yeah. And the good thing about it is there really isn't a team in, I'm not going to say that. There's really not that many teams in the NFC, really, that we should, that we can't play, stay on the field with. I don't really see the NFC as having a real dominant team.
Now, so far on our side, the players that have been marked safe: Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Trevin Diggs, Jaron Kearse, Anthony Brown. Mostly secure: Leighton Esch, Carlos Watkins, Malik Hooker. People that are at risk: Neville Gallimore, Dorrance Armstrong, Jordan Lewis.
No, they're gonna be Armstrong and Lewis. They're not going nowhere.
Question to you, Dollar Washer.
I'm Dollar Will. There's another guy, Dollar Washer.
My bad.
Look, I was on the show yesterday. There's somebody named Dollar Bill. I'm like, wow.
Oh, okay. All right, Dollar Will, here you go. Who replaces Wilson and my man went to Cleveland?
Say that again.
Who replaces the 2 receivers you lost?
We don't know. Well, the Jalen Tolbert, the 3rd round draft pick. That's maybe they're gonna fight it out.
That's a good way of putting it, maybe, because one thing Dallas does well, the last few years they draft very well and they find receivers.
Now we do have that free agent Washington from the Steelers.
So yeah, he's pretty good.
He's solid. So I'm not. I don't. I'm not going to just say that Tober can beat out a veteran guy.
I know
So
one thing. CD
that's going
Lamb's
to
a
be hard.
fucking. I know one thing. CD Lamb's a fucking monster.
He's pretty good. I think he's a better than average wide receiver. I don't know if I don't think that he's elite like what's the guy for the Bengals or either of those wide receivers.
Oh, I know
for
you're talking
Minnesota.
about, of course. My man from LSU. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, or either of those wide receivers from Minnesota.
Oh,
Thielen or
Jefferson.
Jefferson. Yeah, I mean, but so CD Lamb is somewhere after, somewhere.
And see, that's my problem with Dallas right there. I tried to explain it to Raven. If you would ask me exactly at this time a year ago, I would have told you they had the best offense in the fucking planet. I got a lot of pushback from that. I
would
Dallas,
say skill positions. Our
that's what I'm talking
line,
about. That's what I'm
our
talking
offensive
about.
line wasn't. I can't give us best offense with that weak line, but
No, I can't either. I can't certify that.
Yeah, the skill positions, I give you that.
I don't like. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like Philly, and I said this to Raven. Raven laughed me. I think Philly is.
No, we don't like the quarterback.
Philly's very strong, bro.
We don't like Philly's quarterback. That's why I can't get.
Yeah.
I'm not intimidated by none of these good moves they did because the quarterback touches the ball a lot, and that's a hard weakness to cover up. I'm not afraid of no Philly, until they get a better quarterback. I just don't. I think they got the. I like. I ain't gonna say I like what they did. They needed to.
Let me do this.
Yeah, I never count out them. Now those I know New Orleans Saints. You call the Falcons the Dirty Birds,
What's
but I
going
call
on, man?
them the
I'm
Dirty
good,
Birds.
brother. How you doing, man?
Eagles.
Man,
I heard you guys were in
bro,
the.
with the
I heard
wife,
you.
the family, bro.
I heard you guys were in the upper 90s today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, weather-wise in the Midwest, man.
Yeah, just no, I'm in another location right now.
I feel you.
Family, with
I
the
feel you,
family.
man. How's everything going?
Beautiful, man. We just came out and we just taking a ride in the slingshot, me and the wifey.
There you go.
I'm just waiting for her. She dying for some chocolate, so we had to make a pit stop at CVS real quick for some chocolate.
I feel you, man.
But yeah, man, just cruising around the slingshot, bro, and just enjoying the night and being with the family. The kids are at home on the pool.
That's pretty cool, bro.
Oh
That's
man,
cool,
it's fun, bro. It's fun, bro.
You gotta do me a favor in a couple of weeks. You guys send me your company's logo. But my nephew's been getting on my ass to put everybody on. I already bought the monitors.
I got two of them.
already.
Give you.
All right. I'll give you my email address in a couple of weeks. Just send them to me. My nephew will draw it because he's into graphics design. So I'm gonna do everybody.
Man, that'll be
Get this
great.
shit started just in time for the football season.
Man, I gotta get out this hot box, bro. This little son bitch be heating up too much, bro. She's like, yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah, I
I'll send it to
appreciate
you.
that, man.
Yeah,
I've been
man. I
look-
just seen that you were on, and we made a pit stop, so I figured, let me stop over here real quick and just say hi to you.
I'll give you Cowboy guys an extra 20 minutes after I finish with LT, man. Hey, I was gonna say this to you, bro. Look for me to finally order some stuff from you next week, bro.
I hope so, man.
Yeah,
I already
I'm
told
gonna
you
hit
to take
you
care
up,
of
bro.
you, man.
I
already told everybody in there, bro, to take
one
care
thing
of you
about
as
me-
soon as you order.
One thing about me, man, I am way behind. Health reasons, of course. I am way behind.
Unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, man. I survived that. What's next? I don't know. Man, I'm glad you out. I'm glad you with the family. And
Yeah,
you look
no, we
great,
just
bro.
we're relaxing, bro. We needed some time off and stuff, and
That's great, bro.
so I seen that you were on. You were with some guys, and I just wanted to say hello to everybody.
Raven and Dollar Will.
Absolutely, man. I was gonna get
What's
on
happening?
earlier
What's
and
happening?
stuff when I seen Mr. Grinder with you up there, man, but I couldn't
Grinder
hear you
couldn't
guys,
take
man. I was cruising. I was gonna go jump on the panel with you guys.
Grinder couldn't take the tech talk from these two guys, so he used to doodle.
Yeah. He gets a little bit a little punkinish. He turns into a pumpkin after a while, but he's cool people.
Yeah, the reason why I
What's
just
up,
let
Hal?
them talk, 'cause it's a slow night, and Raven's so good. Raven gravitates everybody when they see Raven, they listen to it. Say, "Yo, let me pick this man's brain." And Raven just go on and on. And
Oh,
well,
I like
well, I'm
hearing
giving you a
Dollar
compliment,
Will
Raven. I'm
took
giving
me
you
back
Raven.
on.
Serious, I'm giving you a compliment. I don't know what I'd be without Raven these last couple of months, bro.
Oh,
He's been outstanding, bro.
hey, Mace, how you been feeling lately, man?
Great,
Still
thank you.
feeling
Great,
good?
yeah, great, man.
That's wonderful, man. I see that you're more off than on, and you look
Nothing's
more happier,
happening, man.
bro. It's like,
Oh, you better believe I'm happy.
say what?
You better believe I'm happy these days.
Yeah, dude, you better be happy. I mean, shoot, anytime God lets any one of us open up our eyes in the morning time, bro,
You ain't
it's
lying.
it's
say that all the
everything else
time.
is secondary, bro. It has to be, especially with people with conditions and or just an age. You know,
You ain't
that's how I
lying, man.
gotta look at it, man. It's like, hey, man, thank you, Lord, and everything else comes secondary. You know,
Yeah.
my life comes first, and thank you, and I praise the Most Highest above to let me open up my eyes again and be with my family, bro.
I'm the same way. And every time I see everybody in my room or on my platform, I say it every night almost. I said, God bless us to be together another night. That's what,
Absolutely. And you know what I say, bro? I always say we might not have it all together, but together we can have it all.
You ain't lying. Hey, you heard about our boy, right?
Who?
Cooler.
Yeah,
Moved to Thailand, bro.
dude, this dude, man, he's I tell you, man, if he was a pea in a pod,
Yeah,
he'd be the only pod in there, bro, because he's different.
he sure is. I love
You
him. I
know,
love
it's
him to
just
death, man.
I love for a person to have something set in their mind and
Yeah.
go with it. And you know, the thing is that you don't want to be on your deathbed and then all your ghosts and your the spirits from you know, all your ambition and your goals come around you, and you ask them, you know, what the hell you guys doing here? They're like, well, we're gonna die with you because you ain't never done anything with us.
You ain't lying, bro.
You
Not
know,
lying.
it's one thing to try to do something. It's another thing to be scared to do something. Okay, without fear, you don't have success. Without fear, you don't have that courage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't
It's
lying.
like how can I tell you? My father always told me, how you know you're gonna succeed if you never try.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, I mean, the best outcome is for everybody to try that one time and succeed, right? But it usually don't
Yeah,
happen that way.
you're right,
You
man.
know, that's where failure comes in, but that's where knowledge also kicks in, so you don't make that failure a second time.
Yeah, right, man.
So what's that saying that say you live and learn?
Yeah, you ain't lying. I
You know,
learned a
and
valuable
some
lesson a
people end
decade
up
ago,
learning
bro.
later than others, but you know, I mean, you know, there's people that live past 100, bro. I mean, if you're only 40, 50 years old, you only half of your life, man. Keep it moving. Those goals and those aspirations that you had when you were younger, they had to stop for one reason or another, and now you got time. Do it, man. What do
There
you
you
got to
go.
lose?
You're right. You're
What do
absolutely
you got
right.
to lose, man? You know, I mean, the
Yeah,
only thing you're gonna lose is not trying.
yeah, you ain't lying about that.
You know. But you know, my thing is, before I jump out of here, is I just want to give people advice, and I'm sure everybody knows, you know, with pricing and gas and groceries and stuff that are going up.
Mm-hmm.
My suggestion is everybody needs to get some type of residual income. You
Yeah, I tell you.
know, rather you paint, wash cars, and knit hats or art or whatever you can do to get that extra income, man. Because if we're at this level right now, and I'm at $300 a month more now since everything went up with gas and groceries, if I don't make that extra 300, what's going to happen in 5 or 10 years if it stays like that? If my income only stays right here and everything goes up, every tiny bit, 300 this year, 300 next year, 150 next year, I'll be on the street, man. So, you know, everybody else out there, if you got a skill or whatever, put it to use.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
You
I
know?
want to start investing. You better look up now, or it's too late.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mace,
that's it. Yeah, go ahead.
you know this lady right here?
Oh yeah, bro. How you doing, sweetie?
Yeah, she good. She wanted her chocolate, Mace.
I feel
We,
you.
we're going for a ride, Mace. I'll see you later, bro.
Be good, man. Appreciate you
Enjoy,
so much,
brother.
LT, man.
Take
Kiss you
care,
right
everyone.
for
Be
me.
safe.
All right.
You
Take
be
care.
good, man. Dollar Will, where you at?
I'm here.
What part of the country you at?
Right now I'm in Carolina, but I'm from
Okay,
the DMV.
11:30 your time.
You got it.
Raven 10:30 his time. It's all yours, bro. Go ahead. You guys can talk whatever you want. Go ahead. Can you call
No, you
Cowboys,
talk. It's
man?
your show.
Yeah.
Dude, I got no. Dude, I got
Dollar
no.
had asked you.
I'm saving myself for Thursday night, man. I'll probably be. I'm not kidding. Me and Tack will probably be up here to like 3-4 in the morning.
Dollar had asked you what your opinion is about the Cowboys line and
The Cowboys line.
well, Byron. Go ahead, Dollar.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh no, I thought you were. Why did I think you were a Dolphins fan?
I am. Well, you
Okay.
want to ask me about Miami?
Yeah, no, I want you to tell me what you think. What is your assessment of Cedric Wilson from what you read? And maybe
I
what
loved
you've
him
seen?
from last year in Dallas or the year before, bro.
Okay.
I knew this kid was good, man.
Yeah. Did you ever? I saw his college tape, and when I saw when Dallas got him, I said this guy's a player because his college tape showed an uncanny ability to track the football.
Oh yeah,
he can catch the ball. A lot of receivers, you can see it at the combine. A lot of receivers cannot look the ball in over their shoulder into their hand. That's something that you're born with. You can't really practice that or get better. A lot of people look up in the sky and get dizzy, and they lose their sense of direction. And he has it naturally. He doesn't like AJ. What's the receiver that Philly just got from Tennessee? AJ Brown. He can't do it. You can watch in games and see AJ Brown turn around and face the football and catch it instead of running and keeping the defender between him and the ball and looking it into his hands. He turns around to catch and face the ball to catch it, giving the defender a chance to compete for it.
I'll say this: I saw him last year and year before. And I used to say about him is, I don't know what Dallas got this kid from. This kid is damn good. Yeah. When I saw Miami got him, I took a triple take. I said, how the hell did Dallas let him walk?
He did the right thing. That was the smart. I wanted him as a Cowboy, but the best business move was for him to go because he didn't know. He didn't know whether Cooper was staying or going, and with Gallup, Cooper, and CeeDee Lamb, he's the fourth receiver. He got to break into the top three. So going someplace that guarantees that he's going to get on the field at this stage in his career, that was the right move.
I love Gallup, bro.
No.
I love Gallup.
Now, what's up with Jones, Byron Jones? How's he doing down there?
Jones is good, but I think, and I didn't know they restructured his contract.
Oh yeah, that's how they do.
But Byron Jones, what I loved about him, when did he come? 2 years ago?
Something like that, yeah.
He took away one side of the field and let our best DB just go nuts, man. Xavier Howard.
Yeah, he's your guy. But Dallas did the criticism. The only reason Dallas got him go, it's a stupid move, but they let him go because they said he don't get interceptions. I'm like, come on, the guy is defending the ball. He's the quarterback has to make a perfect pass in order to get a completion. That's good enough.
If they stay healthy, they're going to be scary on defense this year. I keep telling Dolphin fans, come up here. To me, if there's two strengths this team has, is defense and receivers.
Now, what did y'all do with your running game? Because y'all had some little half
I don't like
running
the running
backs
back.
last year. What y'all do to improve that?
They ain't, in my opinion, they didn't do a damn thing. But the guy they got from the Cardinals, I like. I forgot his name.
Who is it?
I
think I know who you're talking about. He's like a mid-career guy.
Yeah.
He ran well last year.
Yeah, but the guys they got from San Francisco, they're bums, man. They get hurt too much. I don't like damaged goods.
Yeah. Now, do you think? Okay, is this Tua's last year?
Yes.
Are they going to give up on Tua if he don't come
Yes.
through with the firepower y'all got at wide receiver? Y'all got
Yes.
Waddle, y'all got cheat code, y'all got Wilson. If you can't, and your tight end is respectable. I like your tight end. You know, I'm a
If he
fantasy
doesn't do it
football
this year,
player.
he'll
I
never do
use
it.
I use your tight end a lot. Him and Waddle, they
In
were
Madden?
priced right for fantasy football. I was using Waddle and your tight end the whole season.
It's gonna be interesting. Man.
Yeah, so this is it. So Tua, he got to do it.
Gotta
So
do it.
do y'all
No
make the
excuses.
playoffs given the amount of money that Miami spent this off season?
And can you
Is it
believe there's
is
still
it is it
22?
is it a failure if the team does not at least get to the playoffs?
Not to me, because I believe the quarterback's holding them back.
But with the kind of talent y'all got on that team, you should be able to make the playoffs, even if the quarterback
is
plays
tough,
as
man.
well as Wentz did last year.
That whole AFC West dollar will can make the playoffs easily.
Yeah, but Miami got to be one of them. When was the last time Miami made the playoffs?
2016. It's been a while, right?
Yeah,
No, he made the playoffs twice in the last 20 years.
right. Right. I ain't think it was 2016. I didn't even remember that. But yeah, so I think that it's playoffs or
No, they're a young
somebody got to
team.
get
They're the
fired.
third youngest team in the league.
Mhm.
They feel that if he doesn't do it this year, they will be the number one quarterback destination next year. Guys like Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, they're going to want to go there.
Jackson's a free. Okay. And no, Murray, didn't they just pay him?
No, they ain't pay Murray yet.
Gotcha. Wow.
So, but we'll
okay.
see. You know, I'm not. And see, the thing with me is, what's up, Nicer? The thing with me is, I'm not expecting anything from them because I don't believe in the quarterback. I
Right.
believe in the defense. I believe in the receivers.
I think y'all said that y'all took a step back when y'all gave up on Tannehill too soon. Not that he's great, but he's a solid quarterback, and you didn't need those resources to go into that position at that time. You could have gotten the rest of the team stronger with Tannehill playing a couple more years.
Dollar Will, here's the bottom line. You had the 5th pick in the 2020 draft, right?
Yeah.
Dan Marino said take Herbert. Coach said take Herbert. The GM wanted Jordan Love. That's what I want. And the owner made the fans happy, his dumbass, and he took the wrong quarterback.
Yeah.
And I don't see it with the quarterback. I really don't. And I think for Tyreek Hill to say those stupid comments last week
No, what did he say?
that Tua had better accuracy than Mahomes, I think he's out of his goddamn mind.
Yeah, he got to say that. He got to say that. You know,
Really?
being a good teammate, being a good sport. He got to say that. Political correctness. He got to say that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
They all come and say, this is the most talent I've been around since I've been in the league. They all say that.
He better not say that from where he just left. I'll give him, I'm going to make and you're going to be shocked what I'm about to tell you. I'll give him 8-9 wins. I don't see them going anywhere with that quarterback. Defense and the running game is going to make them shine or anything. That quarterback.
I was getting ready to say that. If y'all get a running game,
Yeah, I think that
then the quarterback, you can win with that quarterback. With a running game and a good defense, you can
you
win
really
with
think
that
they can win with Tua Tagovailoa with a good running game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Because
man.
if he doesn't have to pass that much, then
But that's his job, though. His job is to
but
put
bus
up
driving
20.
quarterbacks, you can win with them. Trent Dilfer,
I don't want that, bro.
Garoppolo. It's a whole lot of them out there.
And you know what? If he flops, I'll trade Green Bay a 4th. We got 2 4ths next year, and give me Jordan Love, and I'll start over again. And I'm damn sure Jordan Love, with a quarterback, can throw 70 yards down the field. He can hit Waddle and Tyreek Hill in stride.
No, I
Without a
think you'll be
problem.
better off waiting for didn't Tennessee just draft a quarterback?
Malik
Get
Willis.
Malik Willis. Now I really like him. So I think
I
y'all be
felt
better
bad, but
off
that
getting
kid fell, man. They said
I,
the reason why he fell was because he can't read defenses.
well, who can in college, at that level? He can learn. And I think hopefully he can learn. I mean, I caught myself because I thought of some quarterbacks in the league that they can't read defenses, So hopefully he can get it together. But I think Miami will be better off just bringing Tannehill back
I don't
because
think the fans want that.
Tennessee gonna cut Tannehill loose after this 1 year.
I agree with that. I think I'm predicting by week 8, Malik Willis will be the starter.
So between Washington, Philadelphia, and Miami, and maybe Pittsburgh, Tannehill gonna be set up to make some nice money this offseason.
I think the Eagles.
I hope it's not the Eagles.
I think
I
the
hope
Eagles.
it's not
I don't see
Washington.
Eagles with Tannehill. I think the Eagles will either they'll trade up the draft 7 quarterbacks, potential first rounders next year.
Wow.
And most of this league have quarterbacks. So
I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's enough teams out there that need quarterbacks.
well, look at the AFC.
You got Washington, Philly. You said Miami.
Yeah.
Let me see. The Giants, they need a quarterback.
They're gonna need one, that's for sure.
Okay, so I mean that's about 5 teams I mentioned right there, and that's like
Detroit.
Maybe that guy is solid. He ain't no star, but you can win with him.
Tell that to the Detroit fans.
He ain't great.
70 years.
Well, see, everybody think they gotta have a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback to win.
I think it helps.
Oh, it definitely does. But you can win without it. If you can get that whole team together and get you a Ravens defense, and save that money, all that, because quarterbacks are expensive.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you're in Miami, right? Let's say you go 8-9, which I think they're gonna go either 8-9, 9-8. How quick do you go? Would you go to try to draft one of these kids, or would you gamble and give up a 4th round pick to the Packers for Jordan Love?
I don't have a high opinion of Jordan Love. You told me the Arizona quarterback would be available.
Kyler Murray?
Yeah, you told me Murray, and you mentioned Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
I would open up. I'd back a truck up, and I would get one of them because of your wide receiver position. I would not waste that opportunity to put a veteran quarterback in there with that skill level of wide receiver.
That's the reason why.
I don't want to start with no rookie. Because I'm wasting money that I spent on those wide receivers while a rookie learning how to play football.
And that's the reason why, Dollar. Why I said to me this is a wasted year, because I just don't see him doing it, bro. I just don't. I don't believe in him. I never liked him. I didn't like him at Alabama either. If they had Justin Herbert right now, I'll be talking Super Bowl for this team, but they don't. So right now they're gonna be mediocre as long as he's the quarterback, in my opinion. It's sad, but it's true.
If y'all win 10 games, if you win 10 games, Tua will reemerge someplace else. He'll be fine. But if he doesn't win 10 games and y'all walk away from him, he's going to be designated as probably a backup quarterback for the rest of his career.
Now, Raven, you've been listening to this conversation?
Yep.
Was I biased?
No.
There you go. That's why, Dollar Will, a lot of Dolphin fans don't dare come in this room because they hate me telling the truth about their team.
Oh, yeah, I get in that with Cowboy.
Do you go to this guy's room, Law Nation?
Oh man, you gonna make me. You gonna? I don't go to his room. I don't want to say nothing live. I'm gonna just let me just not say nothing.
Raven, you ever been in there?
I've never been in this room. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Oh
let me just say
God.
I don't watch. I don't really watch. I know who he is.
Yeah.
Okay, the fact that I know who he is now that my next statement put the two together. I don't really watch his content.
I mean, my God. I mean, brother, I give you all the love and the props, man. But 8 shows a day,
Right.
God. And you know the sad thing is, Cowboy fans eat that shit up.
I don't watch it.
Oh my God.
I can't stand the fan train, man. The fan train. I can't deal with it.
Hey, Raven.
I complain. My complaint is I'm tired of watching cowboy stuff. You know, you can't turn on TV, and I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm like,
that was those 3 back to back, and I mean, it was continuous news, continuous all the way up to next season, the next season, next season.
Fucking NFL Network, bro. Every time the Cowboys don't meet expectations, that you think it's a funeral out in LA. I'm dead serious.
The algorithm loves the Cowboys, man.
Wayne line. Cowboys, Steelers,
Well,
Packers.
no Brady. Let's say
Patriots,
Brady.
but
No
the
Patriots since
Packers.
Brady left.
The Packers. They love
Brady.
Russell Wilson,
Yes.
which is, I love. He's my favorite player. Him and what's his face. I've fallen in love with Justin Jefferson.
Wait a minute. Where did Russell go?
Denver.
Ooh, okay.
Denver looks good.
Ooh, that's a nice receiving core
Denver
he
looks
got.
good, bro.
Yeah, I like Sutton.
Bro. Oh yeah, me and you. People think he's a bum.
like
I say, oh hell no.
Oh no, he's not.
Oh,
no,
he's not.
No,
Shit.
the only problem with Sutton is they got 2 other good receivers on the team with him.
Give me Cortland Sutton. I'll give you what you call it for him. Shit, I'll give you fucking no, I can't trade Wilson. That's my dog, bro.
And what was the guy last year?
Waddle?
Who was the leading receiver for Denver last year? It wasn't Sutton.
Justin Judy.
What? No, what? I don't think it was him. No, it was. What's the other? What was the other? The other guy.
I know who you're talking
the guy
about.
who broke in the top 3 last year for the first time. Last year he was one of the top 3 starters for them. He's good.
Tim Howard.
Who?
Tim Howard. I know he was that big 3rd down guy.
I don't think it was him. No, I'm gonna have to look at a
I'll
roster.
find out.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, where did this guy come from? So yeah, they got a nice solid 3, and I like what Noah Font. I like.
They traded him. They traded him to Seattle. He was in the Russell Wilson trade.
Ooh, who they get to replace him?
Oh, I guess they drafted somebody.
As you know, the tight end is the quarterback's best friend. Got to have that.
Yeah, Tim Patrick.
Tim Patrick, that's who I was talking about. There you go. I'm like, who is this guy? And he's a baller, man.
Denver is Patrick, Judy, and Cortland Sutton.
That's what happened to Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, because he started getting all them targets, and that kind of affected Sutton's numbers. But that's why I argue with my friend. I'm like, you can't go by the stats, because some offenses are set up for certain players to get certain numbers.
If you play fantasy football, you better give Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at Denver's updated depth chart. He's gonna start. Thank God. Because if I would have saw this guy starting one more time, bro, Melvin Gordon, I would have threw up.
Wow. Well, Melvin Gordon, he resurrected his career. He showed that he does have some value as a running back. Because coming from the Chargers, he looked like his career was gone. But he put together in that running back by committee that they got there in Denver. They had some good combined yardage.
They both had over 900.
Right.
Which is
now, when was the last time we had a backfield with you should know this. I don't know if it's the last time. Let me just say it. Was the time when Miami had the 2,000-yard rushers in the backfield? Has it ever been done?
Zonka, Kick, and Morris.
Right. Has it been done again since then?
The Browns did it in '85 with Biner and Mack. and then
That's right.
and then 2 years ago, Cleveland almost did it with
Chubb and
Chubb and what you call it. He used to be in Kansas City.
right. Almost though.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
and
you,
Denver
Deshaun
got
Watson.
a
I
good
talked about
defense.
him
Though.
earlier. Let me ask both of you this. I think Raven was definitely here for this. He was in the chat room. Oh, let me ask you this. You think Watson doing what he did today, he's going to get a year suspension? He's going to get paid his $45 million, and the Browns are only going to be hit for $1 million.
He's not going to get suspended for a year.
I think he will.
Here's why I think they won't. I saw now that what's that journalist Fish for Sports Illustrated does a lot of Dallas stuff. He does some good work. He brought up an argument that Watson camp is getting ready to make. And the argument is strong. They're saying that Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones didn't get suspended. So I don't think the league want to have that argument out in public getting traction over and over.
But you know why the league is mad at him, bro?
What?
They're mad at the owner because he gave him a $230 million guarantee. See, teams are going to lose their quarterbacks because the perfect situation we're talking about is the Ravens. You don't think because his agent is his mother. You don't think Lamar Jackson's mother gonna go, I want this as much money, all guaranteed, like Deshaun Watson? Are you damn right mama's gonna do that?
Right.
Teams ain't gonna do that, man. Cleveland was desperate. That's why they did it, because they're desperate for a star quarterback. The rest of these teams, they don't have the situation like Deshaun Watson had, which means these guys can call their shots and ask for full guaranteed money. And when that happens, bro, I could tell you right now, you're going to see a lot of quarterbacks next couple of years change places, man. Because teams ain't going to do that. They're not going to give a perfect example I'm talking about. Justin Herbert, okay? As nice of a guy he is, his agent is going to go, bro, I want 400 guaranteed. He gets every penny. There is no way in God's green earth the Chargers are going to do that. They're not going to do it.
We'll see.
No,
I mean, if they got good sense, they won't do it. I
think they do.
I wouldn't do it.
I think you're going to see a lot of teams. Let me put it this way. Put this in a better way to you. You saw what Russell Wilson did in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Because he got 2 contracts from them. Ruined their team. Couldn't sign other players. Look what happened in Baltimore.
Right.
Joe Flacco got his money. That was 10 years ago. And it's ruined that team, bro.
Right. Right.
You need a quarterback like Tom Brady who plays for pennies.
Look at what happened with Dallas. That's why they the real reason why Cooper ain't on that roster. That's the real reason. Jerry started playing with his money at the end of last season when Cooper came out and said, I'm not getting the targets. They were trying to mess with his performance incentives to bring his salary down because they knew they was going to ask him to take a pay cut. Yeah. And he said no. DeMarcus Lawrence said no. And somewhere in the mix, D-Law realized, wait a minute, they really gonna let me go. Yeah. And so he gave back some of that money. But
Dallas drafts well. I said earlier, Dallas. I keep telling people, Dallas. One thing Stephen Jones has done the last few years, they draft well.
Well, let's give that credit to the brother. His name is Will McClay. The best move that Jerry made I think over the last 4 or 5 years, he re-signed that general manager twice. It's a brother, and this brother named Will McClay is behind all of them draft picks. He doesn't have the title of general manager, but his salary is among the highest of all general managers in the league, and he's basically the general manager without the title.
Yeah, interesting.
So he's the reason why Dallas is drafting well. It sure ain't Jerry and Steven.
Tell you one thing, that third round receiver pick comes through for you, you're right back into, in my opinion, Super Bowl mix. But one thing you was going to
I don't
say,
think we're
and
going
you
to be in
didn't say
Super
it.
Bowl mix for another. I think we might be 2 years away. The Cowboys have to go out for the next 2 drafts and draft offensive linemen again. We're
I agree
gonna
with
be
that.
drafting that 2 more times, and then by that time, hopefully somewhere in there, either Pollard takes over or we get another running back. Then we'll be ready.
I
We're
feel the
not- we're
same
not
about
ready.
the Dolphins, bro. They still got a draft for offensive line help, bro.
And now tell me this: will cheat code's salary handcuff the team? Was that
No,
too much to
I
pay him?
was going to tell you this when I started talking to you. They still 22 million under the cap,
Wow.
and they're gonna get a lot of cap space next year. They got all those picks next year: 2 1s, a 2, 2 3s, a 4, and 2 5s. So
Well, I'm
they're
a
in
fan
tremendous
of
shape.
trading first round. I like when Dallas gave up that first round pick for Cooper. I loved it. People was like, "Wow, you giving up a first round pick?" Look, the guy was a young player, proven, and I think that more teams should follow that. Miami with all that draft capital.
And they traded it this year. They gave it to Kansas City for Tyreek Hill. They gave him a 1, a 2, 2 4s, and a 6.
And if you can get you 1 or 2 offensive linemen, giving up some of those extra draft picks, I think that'll be good. That'll get you where you want to go real fast.
I think getting a new quarterback first will speed up the
Nah, I
process.
say get the line, because then a whole lot of quarterbacks can play pretty well if the line blocks. And the lineman makes the quarterback look better and the running back looks better, and it increases time of possession and helps the defense. So that running game and blocking is just helps so many other dimensions of the game.
When you coming back up here, bro?
When it's slow in the markets, because I be trading it like
All
a
right,
lot of
man.
times.
You know what you gotta do for me is give me some tips, all right? I need that, bro.
Oh, you mean for some audio stuff?
Yeah, man.
What are you trying to improve?
I would like to invest in.
Is that an RE20 you got?
Yes, it is.
Man, that's you got the mic right there.
Stevie Wonder's mic.
Man, that mic, I'll say this.
Listen up, Raven.
Everybody
ahead,
talks
brother.
about this SM7B.
Mm-hmm.
That mic, when condenser microphones came out, that SM7B really got pushed to the closet. That RE20 stayed in the studio.
There you go.
So
Thank you.
you want to really talk about that mic you have has a more lasting, standing than that SMB. The SMB is a nice mic. It's a very nice mic, but it's ain't no but. It's a nice mic. Okay. Both of them are very nice mics. Now that mic right there is great because you don't need no pop filter, and it's hard to pop a P on that mic.
Yeah, man. And
It's got an internal filter behind that plastic in the air. It's a windscreen.
Yeah, man. I'm a podcaster, but more I talk sports talk radio, and Kuda recommended this to me. He says perfect, and he's right. That's why he's the man.
Yeah, that's good. So I mean, but you seem like you got everything you need. What else are you trying to do?
Oh yeah. Next thing I'm gonna do is get my LLC and my trademark, and I'm trying to make this into a radio setup.
Gotcha.
And then making someone's building me a website so you can hear me every night, and an app so I can give it to everybody. You on driving, hit me up. I'll be on.
So you're gonna get you're gonna hire somebody to edit your stuff and
I've been looking, bro. Ain't easy.
No, you're right. You're right.
I've been looking.
Cause that's the move. You want to take that pressure off. You look at like Kevin Samuels, O'Shea, and people like that. They turning out that work. You need somebody to do that more mundane stuff. I mean, you see my channel,
motherfucker.
You see my channel, it's crude. I don't edit nothing. I just turn on the daggone mic and talk, man.
That's what I do.
I did this for a living. I know In radio, the formula is for every minute of showtime, it takes 1 hour of production.
Yeah,
Every
it's
minute
true. Yeah,
equals 1 hour. So I know what that takes, and
I
I
went to
don't want
college
to.
for this.
I left the field. I'm not trying to work that hard.
Editing is a motherfucker,
It
bro.
is.
Hey, you know you got you know you have to give credit to.
Yeah.
Give credit to Mahogany. She learned and did it by herself. Now look at her work. She does it by herself.
What's her? I don't know her channel. What's her channel?
Mahogany Roots and MJ.
Okay, I'll check it out. So she taught herself.
Yeah, she taught herself. She bought all the software and she taught herself. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just gotta be patient. Gotta be well rested. Listen. Have a good sense of pacing. You know, it's
What I'm
not that.
doing now is I'm beginning to learn OBS,
Mhm.
so I can make my like this page right here, make
Well,
it
you,
into a
you need your
casino.
boy right there to help make sure you got a fast enough computer, because I understand that particular software is a drain on the CPU. It requires a lot of power.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you want to do it efficiently, you gotta upgrade.
I'll upgrade. That's not a problem with me. I'm not like somebody a couple of weeks ago said she was buying it from the Five and Dime. Remember? You was cold, man. You said, "No, that's not gonna cut
That's
it."
not gonna cut it.
Yeah, OBS is definitely a hog.
Yeah.
Man,
Definitely.
I
Well,
got.
OBS. I mean, one thing with OBS. I mean, if you really want to run it, I mean, one, you want to have at least 32. I mean, well, you can run it with 16, but you can. I mean, you want to have at least 32 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, I do got. By the way, yeah, I got 32 gigs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They custom made this for me 2 years ago. HP. I just didn't pick it up and bought it there. I told them to make it to my qualifications.
Now you increase that to 128, you'll
Okay.
see a very, very nice, smoother
How about
setup.
another laptop? That's not gonna bother me. I just, like you said, you recommend me what I need to put in it. I'll do it. Or I got my desktop back for Mom. When I put the second studio behind me, I'm gonna be on the desktop for that one.
Oh, people are going to be coming with some powerful shit in the fall.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. You said hold up and wait.
Yeah. I mean, that's the temptation now to buy all the old gear because that's why shit is dropping so fast.
No, I'll wait to get the new shit.
Yeah. I mean, even if you can't afford the new stuff, I mean, you still well
Dude,
supported.
I'll be fine. You just got to point me which way.
Yeah, with things like that microphone you have right there, some old things just never go
Never go
go out
away.
of style. Like
Yeah.
that mic. If you
I tried to tell Raven that.
a lot of those inexpensive microphones. I mean, they never held your microphone in their hand. If they
No.
feel the weight of that mic and
Hell
feel
yeah.
how that casing is made, you can drop that. Not that you should, but you can drop that, and that thing is likely to work. Those other microphones,
Oh hell no! I wouldn't dare drop this mic.
Right.
Hell no!
Right.
I'd be like Spider-Man with sensors coming up. Oh, it's falling.
That's
Click.
right.
Catch it.
Ah man, this
That
mic I'm
microphone
talking.
is made what you on. It's been used for everything from voice to kick drum, saxophone. So it's in the music world and in the broadcasting world. That mic.
I appreciate the
Roll
compliment,
Ward.
man. Thank you, Dollar Will. Seriously, thank you, bro. I mean,
You
I was
got the right one.
I was trying to tell Raven about it. Raven kept raving about the SM7B. I'm like,
That's a good
let me-
mic too.
let me keep my mouth shut.
That's a good mic too. The good thing about both of those mics is they're what we call dynamic microphones. They don't need any external power. So so you can just plug it
Raven,
in
the Rodecaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
This mic fits perfect for the Rodecaster. It has the settings with this mic right here.
Yeah.
It's emulating that.
Yeah, man. I mean, when Kuda told me to buy what to buy, I went out and bought it. And everybody was like, "What you going on, man?" I said, "I'm doing something." What I was doing was, I was checking out the white boys' rooms, how they do it. And when I told them I had the Roadcaster and this. I was telling Cooter this the other night, and they said, "Who gave you this advice?" I said, "DJ Cooter." The guy rolled his eyes at me, man. He didn't talk to me for the rest of the night, bro. I was like, "I have a question," and he keep ignoring me. And those white boys don't like when you have better equipment than them, bro.
Nah, they don't think that we supposed to know what we doing.
Exactly.
You know, they expecting that you to see you grabbing the microphone, you know, like a rapper, grabbing it all around, you know, up high on mic, like you know, like you about to eat it. That's how they think you gonna use it.
Yeah, it's true, bro. They don't think we can compete, but I think especially. But then again, you don't know which side the sisters are on. But I see a lot of these new content creator females. They got their shit packed down now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They got their shit on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's you know, it's real out here, man. YouTube, since what's that brother? Phil Advise. I remember when he came on, Phil Scott was his name, Phil Advise.
Yeah, Phil Scott that they asked for, yeah.
Yeah, the Diaspora Channel. When he came on wearing a suit, I said, okay, it's a new day. And then when Kevin Samuels came on with the suit and the lighting, I said, okay, it's getting real. It's getting real.
You know? Oh, the fire pit, the indoor fire pit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting funny. And I'm like, I'm looking at the set, like, boy, y'all just marketing shit off of Amazon like crazy.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing the views of the big channels get on YouTube getting more views than network TV shows.
I'm like, absolutely. I was watching regular mainstream TV. I mean, mainstream TV is full of
it's garbage, bro.
It's garbage now.
How many times did you watch the goddamn Bachelorette, bro? Come on.
I mean, back in the day, I used to watch the CW loyally with Superman.
Oh God, man, come on, the Dawson's Creek, man.
I mean, well, back then, Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill. I mean, those were good shows.
I'll tell you one show I did like. I like One Tree Hill. I'll tell you the other one.
I love One Tree Hill. That shit was positive.
I love Felicity, bro.
I didn't care too much about Felicity, but One Tree Hill
that helped that channel back in the late '90s, bro. I met her too in British Columbia. I met Kerry Russell. She's a sweetheart, bro.
Man, I mean that was real sweetheart. Shit. But what happened to CW later? What they did to the DC? I mean, Arrow was okay, but they went SJW and to that agenda afterwards. No,
you're a big fan of CW. You're the first brother that ever said that to me, bro.
Back in the day, Supernatural. I mean, Supernatural was a successful big show. It ran for a long time.
Yeah, my brother liked that show.
I mean, that was good.
The young man from that show was from what's that show called again with Lorelai?
What, the Vampire Diaries?
No, Star Hollow. It was about a mother and daughter. Oh, damn! I should know this show. Gilmore Girls.
Oh, the Gilmore. Gilmore Girls.
I used to watch the Gilmore Girls. I kind of liked it.
My girlfriend at the time, she was into those white girl shows, so that's the one that opened me up to One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill was the shit.
Yeah,
I admit that show was the shit.
Due to my introducing her to Twilight, which led me being introduced to Vampire Diaries.
Oh God, don't
so right? I mean, those are the only two shows that I really got into. And then Arrowverse, I watched a little bit of that because I was like, oh, this is like the TV version. I'm into movies, but I'm like, yeah. After that, I just stopped watching it. It became too token. And when I started just noticing how they write the black characters, and this is, I know that it's Canadian actors that's all up there trying to be so politically incorrect, but it's always they write the black actress either out of the show or the black actress is running around with some white boy. The black actress can never be paired with another, black actor. Oh, no, because that black actor has to die or he gets written off. It was always some kind of sugar shit
that
Hollywood been doing that a long time. The raisin in a bowl of milk.
yeah. So I mean, I got away from watching that free TV.
You're like, where that black person come from? It's like they just like helicopter the black person down.
We gotta have a black. We gotta meet the quota.
Like, does that black person have family, friends? I mean, nothing. They just helicopter them in and drop them in this. All right, let's do the show. You know.
Oh shit! I'll be
It's strange.
I mean, that's crazy, man. I want to watch. Now no one can catch me watching the CW show. I did troll the hell out of Batwoman. I know that though.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
That was hilarious.
You couldn't pay me to watch the CW, bro, or the WB.
Well, I watched the WB. I mean, I had watched the WB up until I guess the split between Robert Townsend and them. I guess they made amends after it because I mean it was Robert Townsend that launched that whole channel back in the day for them.
Yeah, that's where you had to go to watch some black shows back in the day.
Absolutely.
Well, what show was over there?
Robert
Jamie
Townsend
Foxx
show.
was over there.
Was Girlfriends over there?
No,
Yeah.
Girlfriends was on Paramount.
Okay, that would be Channel 9. Let me see. Jamie Foxx, Steve Harvey was on.
Well, they were like, I guess they
on Channel
syndicated
9, Paramount.
I thought
the
Fox
Waynans was on the WB.
Yeah, the Waynans, In Living Color.
No, that was Fox in Living Color.
No, the In Living Color was Fox. Wasn't
That was Fox in Living Color. We're
What else was on
brothers.
The brothers, yeah, we're brothers. We're brothers.
We're brothers.
Homie the Clown, man. They should have done something more with that.
That should have been a whole series spinoff.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it really should have been his own thing, Homie the Clown.
Homie the Clown.
See, homie, what's dignity? The opposite of that. That was funny when he smacked the opposite of that. Take that dignity. Oh man. Yeah, fellas, I'm gonna roll on out.
I'm rolling out too.
Yeah, me
DJ
too.
Kuda just came back on. He was done. He lost connection for an hour. He's back on now with Tackman, Nicer, and Toya on his panel.
Well, I'm gonna go and see what he's talking about. So you say he's
He's talking about music.
so
what
he
music to
moved-
play.
Okay, he didn't talk about his talent. So he was it like all of a sudden as far as you know about him moving to Thailand? Or
He
it
was
something-
planning it, and then he sees how bad America is going to be for black men. He got the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, what's shocking about it, a lot of people in the manosphere have been talking, Travel Brothers and all of that. I just don't ever remember hearing DJ Kuda like speak about those things.
Yeah, he was thinking of Africa. He was thinking of Colombia. But he never brought up Thailand, and then next we know, brother was in Thailand.
And so okay, and you say he moved. So
Yeah, he's gone. He's not coming back.
So so it wasn't like this. He didn't do a scouting trip, and
No.
this is his first time in Thailand.
Yeah.
So he said, "I'm just well, but once you leave America, you can go there with the intention of moving there, and not move there. You know what I mean? You can move someplace else. Because it doesn't work out there, it doesn't mean you have to come back to America. You could say, I'm gone from America, and then you can try there. And if it don't work there, you can go somewhere else. There's so many other places you can go before you get to I'm coming back.
I think he sees what I've been saying a lot since I've been on these YouTube streets. And I think if you're a brother,
Oh, I see it too. I'm down with it.
you got next couple of years, bro, you got a serious life decision to make. You could stay here and go back to the way it was in the 30s and 40s when they were hanging us.
Oh no, I got it. There's a financial number I'm trying to hit.
There you go.
If I hit it, I'm out because
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere to
Our money,
I'm not trying to struggle nowhere, and I'm not going to no other country looking for no job.
our money in Thailand is like for $1, that's $8.
Yeah. So yeah, I would want to. Now, you know, I gotta look into things like, can you own property, you know, that kind of thing.
They said you can't own property.
I think you can own, in some of those countries, you can own a condo, but not a house.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to buy, a condo.
Right.
That's what he said.
Right. And that's okay. I could go for that. I mean, you know, I had the house. You know, you reach a certain age, you're like, okay, been there, done that. I don't want to cut no grass.
I got a condo. I live in a condo right now, man. All I pay is maintenance.
There you go.
I paid.
Just pay the condo fee.
Yeah, I paid. I paid $110K for this place.
See, yeah, that's what I want to do. Go
My
someplace
maintenance
like
fee
that.
is $400 a month.
Wow. Okay. But that includes the electric bill, right?
Everything.
Oh, so all the utilities.
Yeah.
Wow. So then it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you think about it,
I'm planning on getting the hell out of here, though.
If you paid the utilities separately, that would be at least $200 anyway.
Yeah, I don't use my lights too much, and my equipment here to do this, I don't use much power because I'm not on it all day.
Right.
You know.
So you try, what part are you mind saying what part of New York you in?
I live in the Bronx where the Yankees are.
Okay. So you trying to get out of New York?
I would like that. I used to live in Oregon for like 8 years.
Okay.
And I loved it out in the West Coast. It was beautiful, but they gave me a better position here. But what happened was I got sick and I can't use my arm no more. Because I had 10 years of dialysis. Shout out to AB Media 83. He's going for the same thing.
Wow.
You know, I just got my kidney over a year ago. So
What field of work were you in?
Maintenance.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you gotta get out of New York, man. New York is expensive, man. I've been trying to get my father out.
Last week, bro. Yeah. Well, he's okay. He has a house.
Yeah, but the property taxes is over $12K a year.
God damn.
So that's what's killing people, man. That's why people are leaving New York to go to other places when they retire. It's not that even when they own a home, it's just that they're on property taxes.
Bro, they just raised the rent 2 weeks ago, 9.5%.
Wow.
They're making sure white folks and the elites getting here.
Absolutely.
And all the minorities are getting out.
I think we should let them have it. I really do.
I totally agree.
I think we got it wrong. We got to look at it from because they move in, it doesn't mean that they're winning. Because when this economy drops, they're gonna be trying to get up out of there
quick.
Because they're gonna be upside down in those mortgages.
They're gonna be so upside down on Billionaire Boulevard.
Yeah, so let them have it. I think we need to head south. I think we need to huddle up and maybe house share for a minute and save some money and ride out this rough part.
If you want my honest opinion, we should segregate. I'm dead serious. Put the black people in the South where they belong. Put the white people in the North, Latino people in the West. There you go. And
well, I don't like the suggestion of putting people. I think that we should have the intelligence to self-segregate.
I would agree with that. Yeah, instead of assimilate, we should self-segregate. Yeah,
I want the right to live wherever I want, but I think we need to have the good sense to know that we need to choose.
That's what killed Atlanta, bro. And to me, Atlanta is a wasteland, bro. And Raven gets mad every night in traffic. The Californians moved there, where he's at.
Right.
Ruins his night coming home, right, Raven?
There's so much traffic now.
It's ridiculous. It's sad too.
Yeah.
And I don't think nobody wants to live in the plains, bro, because that is really the middle of nothing. You move to Montana, Idaho, those Aryan Nation places, Wyoming, there's nothing there.
No, they need to come to the Carolinas, and if they stay out of Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, Fayetteville.
I heard Raleigh Durham is bad, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's good or bad. I'm gonna say
No. I mean by bad. I heard that it's a little racist down there, up in Raleigh Durham. A lot of Bostonians moved there. Best fried chicken in America.
you know what? I think that I'm not gonna paint even most of it like that. Let me say this: if you from the north, I'm just gonna speak on the what people like about living in those urban northern cities. When let's say we northerners, when we come south, Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte, Fayetteville, we're gonna be attracted to that because it's gonna feel like the north.
That's where my mother's from, by the way.
Yeah, my whole family's from down here. But
my mother's from Fayetteville.
Okay, cool. But we attracted to those areas because it's got all of the conveniences that we used to in the north, but it also costs a little more. So if we come down here and live in a city on the outskirts of that, go on the outskirts of those bigger cities to save some money. And I think that would be the way to do it. You don't want to live too far from none of those big cities, but you don't necessarily want to live in those cities. You want to live close enough to get there when you want the advantages of the city. Sort of like how we live in the suburbs in the north,
No, I never lived in the suburbs. I was always a city kid.
Wow, okay.
I never lived in the suburbs. Well, I lived in the nice neighborhoods. Once I left those neighborhoods, ironically, they go down. They crumbled. No lie.
You gone.
Yeah, man. Once we moved away, like the neighborhood I just moved from, I lived there for 32 years. Now when I go back there, it's a cesspool.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'm a suburb guy. I wasn't raised in the suburbs.
You sound like one.
No, I mean I adapted to it. I was raised in the city, DC. But I prefer the suburbs.
I understand. I understand.
I hated shoveling snow and putting a chair out in the street to protect my parking space. I hated fighting over things like a parking space.
So stupid, right?
Stupid, yeah. But people die. They live and die over those kind of petty fights like that. Lying. And so that's why I say I want to live in the suburbs where I have my own driveway and garage. Yep.
Dollar Will, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Raven when he first came here. You have been outstanding being up here, and don't be a stranger. You keep talking. We're gonna wrap this up in 8 minutes, but you've been great tonight, bro. And I like the way, and I really enjoyed the way you and Raven clicked, bro.
Hey, he's the Cowboy fan.
There you go. There you go. Raven, let's get this out of him. He's around my age, so here we go. Matter of fact, yeah, he's around my age. When you was a kid, right? Who was your hero? Not like a human being, like in the movies. Who was your favorite star in the movies when you was a kid?
I mean, when I was a child, Batman. But later, Sidney Poitier. I was Sidney Poitier.
Oh, okay. Fan. No, you know why? You know why me and Raven kicked? Raven was looking at me like I was a moron until I told him who I love, and me and you about the same age, bro. I'm a huge Godzilla fan, bro. So is Raven. I hope you are too.
Nah, I can't say Godzilla.
I respect you. It's okay. I respect that. No, seriously, I respect it.
Yeah.
We're about the same age, so we could talk. Me and you will get along fine because we could talk things that we remembered growing up.
Yeah. It's a different world back then, man. Yeah, nobody remembers our jokes, world. Man. They don't get it.
I totally agree. Our jokes. And I love it, man. A lot of people don't understand that, that when we grew up, the world was a lot safer, a lot better.
Yeah, they put in metal detectors in my high school. I think in my senior year, somebody got stabbed
Damn, bro.
in my senior year, and that was the first. And no shot. Later, it would be gunshots. Okay, but that was a big deal when somebody got stabbed. One person, one event, one conflict resulted in somebody getting stabbed, and that was a big deal. That had never really happened before. And now it started happening so often that it stopped even getting reported in the news. So we went downhill real fast.
Interesting.
You know, because I'm going back to the 80s, crack 80s, when the weapons came on the scene. When I was young, you actually had to go out there and, have a fist fight.
Yeah.
And you didn't go get no weapon, You might have gone and got your brother or
That's
your boy.
true, yeah.
You might have jumped the guy, or you might have gotten jumped, but no weapon came into play.
Yeah, now forget it. Now it's pop goes my 9.
Right. So
midnight in the east.
We got into fights, and we never considered. It never occurred to us that we could die. It wasn't a life or death thing. I never thought that this could result in me killing someone or someone killing me, but that's changed now. So it's not just a little innocent street fight.
There you go.
Yeah. Or I remember an older guy in the neighborhood, older guy who had been in prison a few times, but he had good sense, and he would see us out there arguing. Either if we were arguing, he would get tired of us arguing and he would go get the boxing gloves and make us box. Or if we were acting like we were about to fight for real, he would still go get the boxing gloves and make us box so we wouldn't hurt each other. He was like, hey, you're not going to just sit there and keep, beefing back and forth like women. He's going to shut up or you're going to fight. Shut up and walk away and forget about it. Or you're gonna fight. Here's the glove so you don't hurt yourself. And if we were already getting ready to fight, here's the glove so you don't hurt yourself. And so you go and you swing with them big heavy gloves and tire yourself out, and then the next day you friends. You ain't even worried about it. You got it out your system.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Different world, different day, different.
I'm glad you two cowboy guys get along well.
Well, the season ain't here. the Cowboy fans fight over whether or not to fire the coach.
Yeah, Dolphin fans fighting right now because of Tua. I love Raven. Raven goes to me a couple of weeks ago. All I have to do is look at them in training camp. I'll tell you to be good or not.
I mean, I'm well versed. I can forgive a few rookie mistakes, but I can also recognize that welcome to the hit, the NFL hit that them rookies gonna get when the real season starts.
Yeah. Every the first game of the season every year, a tear. That game 1, that first quarter. That opening drive,
right there, boy.
A tear rolls down my face when I see that first hit. And that intensity.
Gonna be pissing in their pants or even taking that hit and shitting in their pants.
It's not.
See, I test what I got to go through tonight with 2 Cowboy fans. I feel like you call them Cowgirl fans.
Agony of defeat. And what about, remember the worldwide of sports?
Wild World Sports,
victory, the agony of defeat.
Let me get out of here, fellas. I test you stay. I want to thank everybody being here tonight. This was a great show. Dollar Wool, you was tremendous. Okay. Raven, you're always good.
Love you, brother.
Everybody else, everybody else, I'll see you on Thursday night for the NBA draft. The thumbnail is already up. Pac-Man Clan Killer will be my guest. You'll go through every pick with you, and then we'll do an after show. We'll probably be up here till about 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern time talking NBA.
Cowgirls.
There you go. I appreciate everybody. Go ahead, do it for live podcast. What's up, bro?
What's up, motherfucker?
There you go. No sex, no drugs, no women. I'll see you Thursday night, 7:30 Eastern, pre-draft. And I love you people so much for supporting this platform. I love you. Good night, everybody from the Oasis. What's up, player?